Hey, DOT community, this is Alon coming at you with a Heart of the Wild early stream. Because it's early on Saturday, 6 o'clock p.m. I was trying to stream a little bit earlier, but oh well, not a biggie. But I got bumped out of my time last night from Gaming Jaeger. I was just getting home to stream, and he was live for at least a half hour already, so I was kind of waiting until he was done to go live myself, but I even said in his live stream, only if I didn't pass out. And of course, I did. So, here we are, the early stream. So, for all the people catching this on the replay, yep, Brian McAndrew, thanks for joining in so quick. Yeah, super early stream. And I think there's going to be a couple other streamers tonight. So, of course, as soon as they are ready to roll, I'll be jumping off. But I'm going to stream as long as I can. What's up, Extinction? Good to see you. Oh. A new video from Vintage just dropped. Very nice. I'll have to catch that in a little while. Did some Divine Gem pulls. Alright, so where am I in the event? I'm on Plume 5. And where do I want to go in the event? Well, I'd like to be up in the 2,000, 4,000 gem range, but honestly, I wouldn't mind going and grabbing an Echo and trying that new Relic altar, to be real honest. But we'll see. I do have this weekend off, and I wish the event also was included on Monday because I have Monday off as well, but it is not. We're getting a stupid replenish your lands. Yay. I mean, yeah, but it's really be better if we just had another day of Conquest. Alright, so we'll see exactly how far I actually get in the event. We're going to grind out as much as I can here on the stream. And throughout the rest of the night, of course, because I'll be on other people's streams as well. Still grinding. But of course, Discord is open. If anybody wants to jump in, BMT's here. How we doing? I was just talking about possible other streams for the rest of the night, so obviously, I'll stream as long as I can, but as soon as anybody else, such as yourself, may be ready to stream, you just let me know. There's Tox. How we doing, Tox?
Hello, hello, hello.
Good to hear you. Oh, there's Jim, too. What's going on?
What's going on, Jalon? How you doing tonight? What's up, DOT community?
Yeah. I figured, if anything, even if I stream for an hour, because, Jim, you're going to be streaming at 7?
No, I did that long live stream yesterday. D is going to stream tonight, though.
D is going to stream tonight? She said that?
Yes.
What's up, Bo?
That's
good.
what she said.
Well, that would be 9 o'clock. And Tox, are you going to stream tonight? Is this number one?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay, well, number one British DOT live streamer, Tox, will be streaming tomorrow, just so everybody knows. So,
Yay, talks.
that's right. Got to get it in. And are you going to be streaming, what time would you be streaming tomorrow, Tox?
Late afternoon, I would have thought, for the US.
Yeah, I see. Awesome. Excellent. And Bo's here. He feel free to jump on Discord as well. I'm just streaming from the waiting room because I don't feel like having to deal with pulling people in. Although, if anybody gets out of control, you know how it goes.
So how far are you in the event, bud?
I'm on the Plinth 5 right now, so, and I save my warp tokens that I get from, or my warp stones that I get from the actual milestones until Sunday, and I use them all kind of on the back end when I'm like, because I'm grinding the whole time, and I like to use my warp stones as I grind, and then when it gets to the end, like kind of the end of the event where I know I'm not going to be able to grind a whole bunch, and I just need to just do the event, I'll just spend my saved up warp stones from the milestones just to get me a bit further in the event. And I haven't used any of my. It's been a while since I used any of those warp altars to get the bonus or the relics to give you a boost, because most of the time I don't go past 8. Most of the time. So
you're gonna need them for level 7 and level 8.
Yeah.
Really tough.
So with that said, I mean, if I do decide tomorrow to just push to see if I can get at least one Echo, it would be the first time I ever do that. I've only completed, I think, like 2 conquests completely So, and they were like some of the beginning ones that we first got. So, what's up, Fast Cart? Out of control. Oh, you know how it gets on these streams. What's up, Val? Val's here as well. You can feel free to join Discord. If you don't have the link, somebody here will most definitely post it. Let's see.
Hello, Val. I don't know if she got the link or not.
Yeah, I don't know, Jim. If you want to send it out there on the chat, that would be awesome.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I'm raiding with Minotaur, and the cool thing is, I know I'm gonna raid with Minotaur this weekend for Conquest, and then I'm also raiding with Minotaur because they said the Minotaur type Titans, besides from Hell. I mean, yeah, I could, depending on how much of a difference in boost between the Minotaur Titans, Oakentar, and Minotaur will get in the Storm Tour event, or if I'll raid with Hell. So we'll see. But I really just like to raid with Minotaur, to be real honest. I really would just like to get him to 60 between this event and the next. Like, just in both events.
Sobek is great for raiding.
Oh, yeah, well, I have been leveling up Sobek as well, but just with fusions in the background, because right now I've been unloading my 1 stars consistently all the time, just because, especially right before this event, just so I could have as much room as possible for all my wonderful drops that I'll be getting. So, but yeah.
We have another guest.
Absolutely.
Is there a Relic?
Oh, Fury. See, I knew if I streamed earlier, I could get some of those British crowd. I knew I could. And some of the European crowd as well.
Oh, yeah.
The late night grinders. So are you working, Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at work.
Oh, nice. So this is perfect for you.
Yeah, I'm only at work for a little bit. I only got called in for a bit, but I literally got back actually not long ago. But I did work. I come home early.
Oh, okay.
From bed, so I get to chill out. But I'm up until early hours in the morning because I'm used to working nights.
Yep.
I
Yes,
just
you
had
are.
to go and lock up all the buildings in there.
Well, it's nice.
So,
It's nice to have you on here, Fury. It's awesome. And same for you, Tox and Jim. But we don't always get all the British crowd on a regular basis. So I figured if I stream a little bit earlier, I could.
You're streaming quite early, that's why.
Exactly, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get a little bit of a different audience because a lot of people enjoy being able to be a part of the stream, either in the chat or on Discord, and to give the opportunity to the British and European crowd. If I could have streamed a few hours earlier, I know it would have been a little bit better, but it's Saturday night, and you should stay up late.
Well, this Conquest is a beast of an event.
Yeah. Well, I just enjoy Conquest in general because I enjoy grinding with any of my level 50 Titans in these Conquests because you just get so many drops, and I really want to get all the rest of Minotaur's relics forged up. So it's gonna happen this event. So I'm extremely excited about that as well. So. And will I be going for Storm Tour? Of course I am. Just like even though the Pig Titans really weren't that big of a deal, maybe back in the day when it was like the original launch of the game, but I got all them just to have the whole collection. But I'll tell you, not just for collecting's sake, but I enjoy all the Minotaur type Titans just because they're also summoners as well. So they are quite nice. What's up, Daniel San? What's up? Runel, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Extinction, what am I drinking tonight? I haven't started drinking yet, but I actually did get I didn't realize at the, what's up, Kivik? Wow. Or Quick? Gosh.
Quick?
Yeah, Quick is in the chat.
That's a name from the past.
Yeah, from the past, says Tox. And Fury are both on here, Quick. See, I streamed so early, I'm getting that British crowd. That's good. But yeah, I do want the new Storm Tour, just because again, my Zeus will get, he's at 55. I was playing with him a little earlier too, just for fun, And I'm using him in the Conquest levels right now, currently on level 5, just to make short work of it. But when it comes down to getting another summoner for maidens, I think Storm Tour is going to be will be sweet for Conquest runs. You know, I like having summoners for Conquest runs. So, and actually, also, I don't mind Anubis, but that's just because of those his terror spells. So, for running Conquest, not levels so much as running just quick and fast ping pong Conquest battles.
Alon, I don't know if it's just me, but your voice seems to be cutting out like every other word.
No, it's probably just you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not. I can hear it as well.
Oh, it's the same thing? Well, okay, well then we'll move over to the other room. Hold on. Sometimes this works. Sometimes it makes a difference. Have to move you over one at a time. One at a time. Now can you hear me better? Is it a bit better in here or no?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not cutting out at all. Sounds good.
Okay, so moving you all over to a different room might have worked. So here we go. And Vintage has joined us here on Discord. What's up, Vintage? Hopefully he can hear me. Everybody else can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
He was just talking a minute ago, so I don't know why.
That's all right. All right, well, let's turn this down just a little bit more. All right, so here we are. All right, am I going to use gems? Z, how long am I streaming for? Ice, I'll stream as long as, since it looks like Jim is not going to be streaming and Tox is streaming tomorrow, and D is streaming tonight, depending on when D wants to start her stream. And hopefully D will jump in the chat at some point and let us know. But we'll see what happens. But if she normally starts around either 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, somewhere in that range, depending on how long she noodles around. Danielson says, am I going to use gems? Well, I use gems on Portal Stone refreshes, but the amount of gems I get from my dailies, the gems and the milestones, and the end of season / also end of event rewards, typically my gem count is more than what I started the event with, so as long as I finish the event out in that 2,000 or 4K range, I have absolutely no problem with spending gems on Portal Stones. But I also have saved up Portal Stones as well, also the ones that you get in the event on milestones. So basically it's a win-win-win-win all the time in Conquest. That's how I see it.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Let's see. What's up, Gary Livingston? Good to see you. Aventator, how we doing? I'm killing all levels with new Edelus. That's cool.
Nice.
You bloody hate Plinth 8, says Gary Livingston.
Yeah, Plinth 8 sucks.
Okay, well, how about this? Everybody here in Discord, how far did each one of you get? We'll start with Tox. How far are you?
Finished.
Finished all the way. What are you grabbing any of the new echoes just to try out that relic altar, or no?
Most definitely. Hope to get between 5 or 6 of them, maybe.
Oh, really? Okay, so you really want to try out that new relic altar? Okay, because I was just curious, because now that they announced that, I didn't know how lucrative that was to the community to actually try to get a few of them just to try. I'd like to get one and at least try it. So, but we'll see what happens. All right, so Fury, how about you? How far did you get?
At the moment, I'm on level 6. I'm aiming to get the banner because I'm not really too keen about this event, but I'm just doing it as
getting the drops. Yeah,
getting drops. Yeah,
awesome.
I've got like a 13. I've got 17 tokens saved up on Conquest, so I could complete the event if I wanted to, but I think I'm just gonna save it for a better one or more.
Well, that's the thing. Conquest events, they'll eventually run out of Titans that are like Pantheon Titans. They are going to run out of them eventually, and then they'll have to throw something else into Conquest. They can't not have Titan rewards in there. So yes, I would not say that saving the tokens, because I'm doing the same thing, but saving the tokens is a horrible thing. So what's up, Gason? Good to see you. Gason is the live streamer for DOT Italia, for the Italian DOT community. Does an amazing job.
Nice.
What's up, Lex?
Very nice.
Good to see you as well. Yeah. If you ever get a chance, Gason does post up his some live streams and videos on a regular basis, so check him out. All right, so we got Vintage. Vintage, how far are you currently on the event?
I'm kind of right in the middle, maybe in the last third of Plinth 8.
Okay.
I'm going to finish the event free to play.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to get some Echo tokens and see what that pool looks like.
And we're still trying on the relics, right? You're not going to be trying any of those Titans, are you?
No way am I pulling for Titan.
Exactly, right? It's a complete and utter waste, I'm telling you. Now, the relics, depending on exactly what else is the and more, because they don't list all of everything that's going to be in there. We will see. I know, like I said, it seems like a few others as well have the idea that giving it a shot, at least this first time.
Yeah, the problem with the Titan thing is there's precisely one Titan in there that's actually worth pulling for. 1 in 20 odds or something like that. It's really terrible.
Yeah.
The relics, I want to get something like 6 because on the Echo tokens you're going to get one good one in 3. That seems reasonable. Actually, I did a few of them and I got ultra trash.
Yeah. And you just posted a Divine Gem Pool video just as I started my stream. Is that correct, Vintage?
I did. I did it precisely what I did last week.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of theories running around on how to actually get 5 stars. And one of them is, I don't even know what the time is, but there's people that swear by, if you pull it this certain time, you're more likely to get 5 stars. So I did exactly what I did last week just to test that theory.
Yeah. All right. Well, don't let him ruin his video. He just posted his video. Tox is like, give us the spoilers. Give us the spoilers.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Don't ruin it.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Jump off the live stream and go watch it.
Oh, yeah? Oh, there go the numbers. Oh.
So, yeah, last week it was a little longer because Valorn was in the temple. I went with the hot dice thing, and I did some Titan pulls as well, but I did not do that this week because there's nothing in the temple at all.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Although, I wonder what else is going to be in the temple along with Hell next week. I would assume, what do you think, other Lightning Titans?
Maybe they throw Loki in there because, Loki's not that great anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course, they always want to ram Thor down everyone's throat, just like, who's the paladin? Korthan.
Yes.
Or, oh my gosh, it's like they just, it's their favorite Titans, therefore they want to just shove those Titans down everyone else's throats.
Yeah.
Well, they're their favorite, so must be ours. They must be good Titans.
Right?
They gotta be good, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Gason says, guys, what about Stormtor next week? Yeah, real quick, I do want to do Jim and see how far. Jim, how far did you get in the Conquest so far?
I am just finishing up level 8, and I will be starting on 9.
Okay, cool. And are you...
And I want to also go... I originally wanted to go 10 past. I don't think I'm going to get 10 past, so I'm going to do as many as I can, hopefully about 5 or 6 to get those echoes.
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, all right. It seems like it is a popular decision for this event, especially just to give it a shot to see what it's like.
Yeah, this will be good. We'll get a nice data sample set, if I do 6 and Tox does a few, Jim does a few, if we can get, 12 to 15 polls total, that's a decent sample.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And
Because that's something that test accounts don't get. They don't just hand you a whole bunch of Echo War tokens.
That's true. That's true. We haven't gotten anything like that. So
we need to get some data.
Mhm. This is true.
I agree. And us three, and anybody else out there, you know.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Watch our videos and post in the comments what you got.
Yes, exactly. Most definitely. And if you've done it already, if you're one of those hardcore players and you've already gotten a couple echoes and already have pulled them already, and you're in the chat right now, go ahead and let us know. And or if you're watching this after the fact, post it in the comments of this video just to see, so we can even start gathering the information as soon as possible. But yes, most definitely, because I'm sure Vintage and Jim and Tox will either do it on their live streams and or on a video. So most definitely, It's a great idea. But what about Storm Tour next week? I mean, he's going to be a summoner. It looks like 4 summons, not 5, but not 3. Right in the middle at 4, at least on the leaked stats so far that we've seen. What does everybody think? I mean, I'm going to grab him, but that's just because I want to have all the Minotaur-like Titans and or the also summoners.
I'm
going
to give it a miss.
You're going to give it a miss, says Tox. Okay. Is that because you weren't impressed with Okantar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, I'll be in Spain for 2 weeks next week.
Oh, very nice. So you're going on holiday then, Tox?
I certainly am.
Very nice.
Well, Spain is more interesting than Storm Tour, so good job.
Without question.
Yeah. Well, also you won't be...
I think Storm Tour, the way to look at Storm Tour is he's Zeus with no meat shield.
or spell summons.
Milan?
What's up?
For some reason, I can't pull Fury down. It's not letting me.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why.
All right, well, I'll do it. Thank you for letting me know. There you go, Furry.
Aja, welcome to the stream.
What's going
I'm
on?
back now.
Yeah, Zeus is definitely better than Storm Tour, but at a certain point, if your Zeus is already level 60, and you want something that's going to be able to have summons, and you're going to want to be able to just do a whole bunch of very fast raids for, say, Conquest, not going to be a bad thing, but it's more or less going to fill the void if you don't have a Zeus, which I do believe it's more towards some of the newer players or mid-castle players that didn't do the Zeus event the first time around. So I believe that's more the people that will be more interested in Storm Tour, just because they don't have a maiden summoner. But besides from that, the other small group of players that already have maxed out Zeuses that want another Project Titan that they could use their maidens with, because maidens are the troop of the game, they're still going to probably grab Storm Tour. That's still how I see it. So...
Yeah, and Extinction said pretty much where I was going to go, which is hard on the event comes down to relics.
That's true too. Most definitely.
Now, if they have some monster, Storm Maiden relic with armor piercing and critical or something, that could be compelling.
Yeah, and it's going to be swap out time for some of your relics on your Zeus, basically. So. You expect if the devs hype something as in Storm Tour, it's not that great. That's true too, MX. That is also true. So, but they're going to hype every Titan that comes out. Always.
Oh, they're always going to hype it.
Always.
What's that old song? Don't believe the hype.
Yeah. Well, also too, they wouldn't be doing their job if they weren't. Because to be honest, I can't imagine what it'd be like after some of the streams where they're trying to hype up a Titan that they know a good majority of the players in the stream were not excited about. They're probably like, "Oh, that was awful,"
Right.
So, I'm sure.
I think they like the abuse bias.
Right. That's true too. Yeah, Cat
Glad
Howdy
I'm
says,
up a level 8.
as Dom says, every Titan is lit, right? Every Titan, probably like art design wise, yeah. I mean, you're not gonna say that that they don't look awesome a lot of the times, but when it comes down to functionality in the game, completely different part of the spectrum. A Void Tour, yeah. See, that's why we're looking definitely seeing a lot, every element represented, just like the Pig Titans were. So something along those lines may be in the very near future because they don't seem to be stopping on rolling out different ones. But we don't see a Void Titan in the very near future, unfortunately, with the 2-week rollout because we're getting Drakor again. It's gonna be interesting. What's up, Brain? You got done with your Mario stream? I know you were streaming there. You're a pro player, so gotta get it in as much as possible. You're gonna be back later, Feranic? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna play. Oh, Feranic, you definitely have to come back because as soon as you're back, let us know in the chat because I'm gonna be playing a very special clip from one of D's streams last weekend that made me laugh so hard. It was so good. Brain, seriously, you love that game. Stop, Puppy Chula. What's up, Corey? How we doing? I'm enjoying my Saturday. Relaxing. Next weekend I'm going to be busy again, so this weekend is a great weekend to have Conquest. I'm going to get a lot of raids in comparison to some of my busier weekends when Conquest has been around. Stoner Tour for Earth. You like that, Cat Howdy? I love it, but I hate it. That's true love. Yeah, that's right, Brain. I just like how you've gotten over your, not wanting to stream with voice because streaming, being able to hear your reactions while you play is absolutely gold. I hope you realize that. Just so you know. Making your titles of pro player even more awesome. We're just raiding Foodlands, of course. And this is the way it's been. It's been all food. Yeah, some VPPP when it shows up, but all food. Strictly because I have just been throwing my 1-stars into my Minotaur's relics, and then basically all 2s and 3s have been going into my 5-star Guardian relic, which I'm hoping to max out this weekend. We're on level 5, I think. So basically it's that. Maxing out my 5-star new Guardian relic, and maxing out the rest of Minotaur's relics with the 1-stars that I get. And pretty much, yeah, that's my Conquest wrapped up in that, pretty much. Oh, and my castle will be 24 in like a few days. So it'll be finished on the upgrade.
Very nice.
Yep, finished on the upgrade, and I'll be able to start messing with all the buildings and start moving along with that because I've gotten the important troops leveled up to 23, and we're going to catch up the rest of them, of course, in the meantime, while I'm doing those first initial buildings that have to be built before I can actually start doing troop upgrades to 24. So, but Christmas 2020 will welcome Zalan at Castle 25. Let's just say that. It's happening, all right? I'll be at Castle 25 by Christmas, New Year's time period. It's going to be awesome.
I got a week before I get to the level 24. So I started my castle a while ago, so I'll be level 24 in a week's time.
Nice, Fury. So, and Fury, you've been upgrading your troops all equally as well the entire time?
Yes, all of my are equal apart from the Horde. That's the only one. Horde and Storm Maidens are one lower than, but all of them are, all of my main troops are.
Nice.
Yeah, so mostly all the upgrades. All the ones I use. But I want to work on the Horde just in case it, gets a good Titan and then I'm all ready for it.
That's right.
I will do.
Yeah. I'm starting on that. I only got level 17 horde, but I will be working on that soon.
Yeah, well, most definitely. At least there's always something to be leveling. That's the thing. As long as you're leveling troops all the time, then you're accomplishing something in the game. Let's just say that, because you're still moving along. Yeah, You finally get to use your Hells on the next event. We'll see on the boost, because I might just continue to use Minotaur and level him up and hopefully get max him out between this event and next. We'll see what happens. Sethmopod, how we doing? Good to see you. Let's see. MX718 says, has anyone made it to map 7 in Conquest? It seems like it's much easier than last Conquest. Does anybody agree on that?
7 and 8 are terrible.
7 and 8 are terrible, says Jim.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Those
MX,
skeletons are sticky.
MX, when you say it's easier, who are you using in 7? Let's see exactly what Titan you're using, and because if it's a readily available Titan that most others have maxed out as well, or something similar to it, then maybe it will be easier for them. But Jim, who are you using on 7 and 8?
Well, part of it has to do because the maps are so big.
Okay.
I forget who I used. I used Dionysus on 8.
Okay.
I equipped a Holy Guard, took off my 3-star Scimitar.
So,
Or no, Artemis, I'm sorry. Artemis on 8.
Okay, so MX is using...
Storm Maiden level,
Yeah.
Sobek is sneaky good because the Horde are really fast.
Yeah.
There you go. So MX says, I'm using level 58 Edilus. I'm walking through the map with a minute and a half on the clock. Okay, so those...
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Atlas is just so strong for Conquest.
Daniel says, you said you were going to level everything by December, Zalon. Well, I'm gonna have everything leveled up to 25. Now, will I have all my troops done? I'll have hopefully majority of the more important troops done in December. But we'll see what happens. I don't usually have a serious gap between troop generation or troop upgrades, so as long as I keep on the schedule, everything should be just fine. Corey says Alon doesn't level anything. Daniel's son, he's a noodler. Yeah, hashtag procrastination nation. Yeah, I don't level. I get everything up to like 51ish, and as long as they're a good attacker, which is basically my summoners, and then I just play with them after that because I don't like not getting XP for my battles, especially during events like these.
I do have a question for everybody.
That's why my Almoran sits at 58, because I'm like, I could still use him. He's still awesome. So, you hit your 2,000 yet, BMT?
No, I haven't hit my 2,000 yet. That's a mighty, mighty quest. A mighty, mighty quest for a mighty, mighty BMT. I don't know if I'm going to accomplish it, but I do have a question for everybody. How's everybody's Warpstone drops?
That's a good
My
question.
Warpstone drops seemed low, but I'm getting a ton of Titan drops.
Yeah. I'm still getting my grouped batches of Warpstones, so I'll get like one, then maybe 2 will drop, or another one, and it'll happen for about 3 or 4 battles in a row where I'll just get Warpstones, and then that's it. And then it goes back to everything else. And some of my best drops, believe it or not, I got a 3-star Titan off a level 17 land, and I got a 2 4-stars off 2 other 17 lands off the same person. All 3 of those things happen. Level 3-star Sardu dropped, and like a 4-star Archer Relic, and then a 4-star Dragon Helm. Which again, it's all forging food, but. Again, it doesn't matter if you're hitting level 17 or 25 lands, you actually will still get decent drops. So, it's kind of nuts.
A lot of 3-star drops of economy relics, too.
Yeah, well, we're going to be getting 4-star economy relics here very shortly. But,
I've been seeing pretty good Titan XP drops.
oh yeah, I've actually seen a lot less than normal because I got some 2-stars, but haven't gotten my normal small batch of 3-stars yet at all. I was quite surprised, actually. Yep. Now you're gonna.
I actually got a double 3-star Titan potion raid, which I was like, whoa.
Oh wow.
I've never had that happen. I have yet to get the elusive triple warpstone drop.
Oh really?
Oh, I got a few of those.
I got my first one this time. Vintage.
Oh.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah, that's the first one I ever got.
I've gotten it at least twice before. Only one time in an event, but at least in 2 different ones, I've gotten the triple. But yeah, you're watching me forge up relics. I just need to get rid of food. I hate
We got ice in the waiting room.
not moving stuff up. All right, thank you for letting me know. Alright, we'll move. And I would have just stayed in the waiting room if it wasn't so crackly. What's up, Ice?
What up, Zalon? Happy Conquest.
Yeah, right? Okay, yeah, let's move on over to the...
What is it, like a holiday? Happy Conquest!
That's right.
It feels like it. I think it's the one event we're all excited about, not because of Conquest, because of the triple battle drops.
That's right.
Zalon, looks like Jaeger took your Friday spot last night.
Yeah. I was trying to stay up as late as I could to be able to live stream, and of course I passed out before he finished up. So.
No offense, I love Jaeger's streams, but man, I was just waiting for it to trail off so you could hop on.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
You were thinking the same thing I was thinking.
I know.
Oh, Vintage.
I saw you on Vintage, and then I was like, "Oh man,
Well,
Vintage
okay.
is just waiting for Zalon to get up."
Yo, and see that's the thing. Okay, listen. I didn't listen to the last part of his stream to see if he was like, "Oh, yo, Zalon, are you there?" Blah blah blah, or anything like that. But when it comes down to Jaeger not having Discord, that's the one thing that I feel like is a very major necessity to your streams. And I do enjoy the fact that I want to say like 6 out of 8 use it at least on their streams, whereas Godan unfortunately doesn't and Jaeger doesn't. So those are the two that where I wish they did, but I know it might be a little bit of a limitation on their connection capabilities.
Hey,
So.
Zalon, we're capturing about every other word. For some reason,
Oh,
on your
again?
YouTube stream, you're clear. You're clear on YouTube, but you're not clear on Discord.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so here we got to come up with a mutual agreed upon rule to Discord.
Mhm.
In the military, everything I did was telecom related, and what you have on Discord, smart software that will interrupt to allow someone to start talking. So basically, we all need to agree to mute unless we are actually talking. Otherwise, we're constantly interrupting Zalon.
You think that's what it is? Oh, I didn't see anybody's green
Guarantee
circles coming up.
A
Yeah.
little click, like if I snap my fingers while you're talking,
Mm-hmm.
I'll interrupt you. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And even if folks think they're being silent and stuff, if you're tapping your tablet, if there's any background noise whatsoever, it will interrupt the talker.
Hmm.
All right, Vintage, you've spoken. We will follow.
We will follow. Okay. Well, that's fine with me. Now let's just see if it actually works. So we'll see. I wonder if it also could. I don't know if it could be picking up my my background music as well on the or a background game sound. So. You want a triple runa drop for the screenshot? Yeah, Corey. Triple runa drop. Gary says mine not good, but loads of Titan stuff and XP bottles. Every day the warpstone rate seems to drop. I haven't really documented it, but it seems like it. Warpstone's dropping in patches for you. Raja Lex says yesterday warps low. Today much better. Fast card, this is my second event, so I don't know what's normal for events. Getting a bunch of 3-star relics, though. Yeah, well, that's good. Corey is pushing BMT's channel. And the guys on Discord, does it make it better when you guys mute? Let me know.
No, I'm going to push back on Vintage's theory. It's not worked at all.
It hasn't worked at all? Oh, because everybody was muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vintage, noble attempt. Noble attempt.
It must be like tailing off in between words to where it will silence, and then as soon as it hears a sound again, it'll start back up, but there's some lag. It's got to be something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let me jump out and jump back in.
Pulling up right now. What relics are your target?
What were you talking?
Finished my new 5-star.
Oh, your epic guardian pull from last week?
Yes, this morning. And now I've moved on to relics for another Chronos.
How many Chronoses do you have now? Unbelievable.
Yep.
You got quite the arsenal.
Wait, how many Cronoses? You didn't come across there, Vintage. You cut out there.
4.
Okay, 4? Okay, I only got 3, but still, 4 Cronoses. That's pretty nuts.
From each of the Chronos events.
Nice.
So I missed the previous combo. Did you guys already break down Storm Tour?
Well, being the fact that we're looking at most likely a summoner with like it looked like 4 summons for maidens. So, and Bo's
Okay,
here.
so is it pretty much is it a Zeus copy outside
It's
of
it's a
Imperials?
step down from Zeus and a step up from Thorhild. So you're gonna have like great Storm Maiden buffing, but also the relics that come with this Storm Tour may be useful on other Storm Maiden Titans. Also, I would say that having the summon abilities, if your best Maiden buffing Titan is either Hel or Thorhild, well then this is going to be a step up. If you have a Zeus already and don't care about leveling a new Maiden Titan, then you're going to probably say no. Or, but if you want another summoning Maiden Titan that's not Athena, and you want to level them up, then Storm Tour will be for you. So I feel like it's the people that don't have Zeus will want Storm Tour. The people that do have Zeus will probably not, unless they really want a new project. That's how I see it.
Gotcha. And so, is there a melee troop that's been leaked with Storm Tour, or is it just maidens?
Well, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I was just paying attention to the maiden summons. I didn't actually focus on the rest of the skills. But I'd have to look again. 2 for you, Extinction.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, Bo? Yeah. So, do you know what might be up with the Discord?
I have no idea. What are you talking about?
Well, can you hear me okay or no? Or is it cutting out all the time?
I can hear you just fine. I have noticed the past couple of times you've been on Discord, you off, and I think you need to lower your voice activity sensitivity setting on your device.
Oh, really? All right.
Yes.
That
would be the preferred.
All right, hold on. Where do I find that in? Just the voice settings?
Yes, under voice settings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued if Storm Tour is strictly just a maiden buffing Titan. I think the thing that could break the game is if the melee troop, if there is one, was Void. I think that would be the game changer. If it summoned maidens and had a Void melee, it would be game over on multiple fronts.
That would be sweet. That would be actually really sweet.
Because I can't see them just redoing Thorhild. I mean, even Hell has the buffed, militia.
That was lower the sensitivity, right?
Yeah, drag that bar down, make it more sensitive.
Wait, make it more sensitive?
Yes. Make it less. Take less voice activity before it actually opens the mic.
All
That
right.
way it doesn't clip you off.
All right. So put the sensitivity all the way up then. Well, maybe not all the way up. All right. Hopefully that works. Otherwise, blame Bo. What's up, Pulse? Good to see you. We're just reading. See, got 18 warp stones.
So Bo and Zalan, I've had an idea for your stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, because I'm actually in the grocery store, so I just turned my sensitivity up on the slider so that it doesn't pick up the music that's playing.
Okay.
The overhead speaker.
Smokey says you sound fine. Yeah, I know on YouTube. I just meant it's the people on Discord. I'm cutting in and out for them. So if I'm talking to any of them, it's a little hard for them to hear me. So unfortunately, I'm just trying to figure that out, just so that we can still have a regular conversation. Yeah, Corey, it's my 14.4K dial-up connection. That's right. What's up, Sabri? OG Lewis? Nicolas Costa? What's up? Bo knows Discord like Bo knows football. Very much. Look at Z on a Saturday. What's up, King Josh? Good to see you. Yeah, it's because of Gaming Jaeger, man. Snipe my spot. So we're going to stream as long as I can, as well as until we have someone else take over, which I'm believing it will be D, but we'll see. Can you guys hear me on Discord? Can you hear me on Discord? I think it actually just locked up on me. I don't see anything. Can you guys hear me on Discord? No? Huh. Alright, we're going to try something. It's called Restart the Tablet. Minotaur's taking everything on. So everybody on Discord, just know that I will be back. It's alright. Just want to restart the tablet anyway, just because it's been a long time since I've really turned it off.
Awesome.
Alright, can you guys hear me now?
Zalan, you're back in action.
Nice. Well, I just restarted the tablet, so everything should be working fine now.
Yeah, cool.
I've asked Vintage to see if there's a way for us to calculate how many forgeable relics we can get on the Conquest weekend per 100 battles.
Oh, yeah?
Just to see, because I think if we go into a Conquest weekend with a target marker of you have X amount of 4-star relics you want to level, what's the approximate amount of battles you want to target? So that rather than just these nebulous numbers that we throw out, you could say, okay, based off the last few events, I have these amount of relics that I need to level up to 10.
Okay. And what was his response?
The Data King Vintage is running some math right now.
Oh, he's running math right now?
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Live analytics.
Okay, here we go.
I'm going to be able to, tell you exactly how many it takes to level a 4-star relic all the way. That I don't have on me. However, what I do have is 1,000 drop rate As in, you
Okay.
go out, you do 333 Conquest ping pong battles. Drops.
Yes.
Okay, out of those 1,000 drops, 269 1-stars.
Okay.
You're going to get 237 2-stars, 30 3-stars. Varies a bunch, conquest to conquest drop rate. It's somewhere between 4 and 12. Okay, it's all over the place, and there's no consistency.
So pick a number between 4 and 12 and just go for it, right?
Could you run through those one more time? So 69 1-stars. How many 2-stars?
Okay, there's 269 1-stars.
Oh, 269.
Yeah, 269 1-stars. 37 2-stars. 3-stars. And call it 7 or 8 4-stars.
And that's per 1,000 battles.
For 1,000 drops.
Oh, drops. That's an amazing rate.
It's really
Relic
good.
forging.
So all your drops, as in relics versus other stuff, Titans, XP relics, junk, warp stones, around 55 or 56% of your drops are going to be relics. That's why on a per 1,000 drop rate, you should total up to somewhere around 560 total.
Okay, so I'm on DOT database, and it looks like a leveled 4-star is one. It says 135,000 is the value. So that's approximately 135 divided by, is it 500? Is the relic forge for a 1-star? Is that right?
I don't know. That's the stuff I don't have in my hip pocket.
I think it is. So that looks like it's approximately 271 stars to level up a 4-star relic. So based off that, just raw math, you're going to be able to level 2 4-stars at least with 333 battles.
Which makes sense because my goal is 1,000 battles, which is 3,000 drops. I can usually level right at 6 4-star relics, which, if you reverse engineer the math, that's leveling star relic every 500 drops. Now, nothing is exact, of course.
Can someone pull down Jim? Jim is in the waiting room.
Yeah,
Please.
I can. Or Bo can. I got it, though.
Thanks for that data, Vintage. That's perfect.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you for sharing.
It varies slightly, trend over time, as in the last few conquests, we've been getting more junk than relics. All on the channel, just you can go on my channel, search for Conquest, and you can look at it.
Oh, Corey's giving you some serious praise there, Vintage.
Okay. Yeah. It is the king, man. In this game, it's all about the data. If you don't have the info, man, this game can be dangerous monetarily speaking.
Most definitely.
No joke.
Yeah, and I'm very pleased to announce that I do have the privilege to, when I put on these streams, to have such great guests such as Vintage and Jim and Fury and Tox and Bo and Ice, who has joined us more recently on some of the streams. So it's awesome when we're able, and we get Prometheo on here, which he has a lot of database knowledge that he breaks down on either the Titans themselves or the relics that are available for those Titans, especially when it's a lot of specific Titans that are coming up. That are on everyone's radar. Let's say that. Well, who was that? Ice? Was that you?
So speaking of Prometheo, I almost got him to do a Relic live stream on Tuesday nights.
Ooh.
We're really close.
All right. To seal the deal.
Yeah,
make it happen.
He's a little hesitant.
Now you got to make him sign on the dotted line there, Ice. Make sure it's in.
Oh man, we had him, and then he ghosted last minute. But we're hopefully going to do it next week.
All right. Let's see.
Well, it's funny. The people who drop a lot of videos usually don't live stream.
Well, yeah, Ron Gamer has started to just drop videos instead of live stream, allowing Tox to take over as #1 British DOT streamer. So
Tox is #1.
#1.
Yeah, it's the time. It's the time commitment. And also, you know what? I will admit this. Creating a video, you can craft it the way you want.
Very true.
Because I'm a little OCD, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what terrifies me about live streaming is going to be a mess. You know, I'm going to disconnect, or the game crashes, or my software crashes, or whatever, right? It's mildly terrifying because of that.
Yeah.
That's half the fun.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, but Bo likes to diagnose everything during his stream. Like that's half of his stream.
This is like troubleshooting your live stream with Bo. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
I disconnected 3 times yesterday. Streamed for a total of 3.5 hours, but I got disconnected 3 times.
Yeah.
Now, Jim, I have to call you out. You were advertising this 5-hour live stream this weekend.
That's true. That's true, Jim.
Yeah, I actually said 4, so yeah. You're spot on there, Ice. I can't say you're wrong, bud. Can't say you're wrong.
You had about 3 or 4 advertisement drops as well, based off your guest appearances. You're waiting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, Ice is monitoring you on other people's streams.
That's going to be a good video. We just finished it today. We're hoping to drop it tomorrow at a live stream.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys mentioned something about this. What is this? What is the contents or the idea behind this video?
Oh no. No.
No spoilers.
Top secret.
That's all top secret kind of stuff. You know.
Raiders lockdown.
Yeah, you know, I would say something, or I'd tell you, Ice, because I like you, bud, but Val told me not to.
See? Jim doesn't want to get in any trouble.
Don't cross the queen.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Not cross the queen.
That's right. So what's up, Tag Hurst, not Chunks?
I had an idea for your Wednesday night stream. An idea.
Okay,
So
with Bo, yeah.
A portion of the Bo stream on Wednesday, where you guys play the dev live stream in the background, and it's a drinking game. For every time they say "soon," you have to take a shot.
Oh wow, that would be a lot of fun, actually. Oh man, oh that would be good. I do.
So Zalon and I have talked about doing that, like MST 3K style, where it's just like our silhouettes, and we're just commenting over the dev live stream.
You have to, please, yes.
Let's see. Don't have that. Okay, yeah. So Sabri was asking, guys, how do you use Dionysus to get past level 6 easy? Timer runs out. Sabri says use Zeus. Gary says use Zeus, but unfortunately Sabri doesn't have him yet. Clash over Alex. Join in the live stream. What's up?
Clash.
So, Sabri, what you want to do, like with Dionysus or Italis or whatever, you know, if you're going to raid it with a melee unit, bring 4 Storm Maidens. You will get so much value out of those Storm Maidens.
Plus, I added a 4-star Holy Guard to my Dionysus or, a Mount Armor to my Artemis. I mean, they got killer stats, but you got to keep your troops alive long enough to be able to complete the event or the level.
Yeah. Highest level, just 4 Storm Maidens, and you will get a ton of value out of that. And what I mean is, you'll just kill the Goliath faster. It'll save you time.
Yeah, so for level 6, I'm actually running Chronos with all Storm Maidens and Raise Dead spells. It works. I have time left over.
Dude, Chronos with Storm Maidens, I'm telling you, people don't know. They just don't know how ridiculous it is. Good. It is so good. It's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating. I just load them up with all my maiden relics, and it's game over.
It is. It's insanity.
But according to the devs, the game is not broken. They're trying to bring balance as of Wednesday. Did you guys hear that?
No.
Right.
As of
The
Wednesday.
game, they're bringing balance.
Goodness.
Stop it, Ice. Stop it.
That's where we
Guys,
do our
we gotta
mystery
cut those.
Computer
You
3000.
got
We
Vintage
gotta cut
laughing
those
so much.
scenes. They literally said, we're bringing balance. Wednesday they said it. I was like, this is unbelievable.
Oh, goodness, that's good for a laugh. Thank you.
So they have Storm Tar, and they're down there like, look, you will bring balance to the game. And
Jesus.
You want
Yeah.
to bring balance to my game? Give me an Ice Defender that's the ugly stepchild of the Lord and Minotaur.
Mm.
There you go.
What would an ice minotaur be?
No, I said the ugly stepchild.
Oh,
I want an
okay.
Ice Guardian.
Well,
That's
yeah.
the ugly stepchild of a cross between Minotaur and Valor. So I want the 3 tier 2 at 72% resist, and then I want 5 Omegas that drop at all plus 40% elemental resist right off the bat.
All right. Well, keep dreaming. We'll see. We'll see, Jim. We'll see. we'll see.
I think our ice tour would be like Mammoth Tour. That'd be the name. And then we got our fire. Our fire one would be Molten Tour. I think that's kind of the theme they're gonna continue
Yeah.
with.
I think Vintage is gonna back me on that one. Can you back me, Vintage?
Yeah. So if it is Guardian class, that would be so crazy good because you can put the new 5-star Guardian relic on it. That would be so crazy good.
Yeah.
But
I can hear and feel all the screams and tears across the leagues about, oh, it's hard to attack something.
oh
We
boy.
just can't walk through them anymore.
Yeah. I'm gonna quit the game.
I quit. It's hard.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I gotta think about this. What do I do?
I gotta try. I can't hit auto. Oh no.
I
Yeah.
can feel myself losing subscribers.
Oh my gosh. Wow. What the other thing is too, when we're looking at September, we can only fit so much in the next month, if you want to look at it that way. You can count on another Conquest event, which will most likely have 2 more Pantheon type Titans in it, so count at least 1 weekend out. And then the other 3 weekends you're looking at, they're going to release, most likely, another, I would say, I'm hoping for another Void Titan in September. But it would be in the later parts, just being the fact that they've already said that Jakor is basically kicking off the month. So 1 old redone Titan to kick the month off, and then after that, we will have a Conquest in there. Obviously, most likely a little later in the month, and then, so you got 2 other events. What could they be? Hopefully a new Void Titan. And then the other weekend will probably be something like possibly another redo with, either updated Titans or just another shot crack at Titans. That's my prediction for September. But
Have we seen more than 1 new Titan in a month recently? It's normally been just 1 new Titan.
well, if
And
you
then a bunch of
consider
reskins,
reskilled Titans a new Titan, then we've seen more than 1 a month. So
Well, no, those would be the reskins.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think Storm Tour is going to be their one for the month. That's a new design.
Storm Tour, Drakor, Conquest. And you think there's not going to be even room for a Void Titan in September? We think we'll have to completely wait until
I think
October?
they're going to leverage October. I think they're going to leverage October. Is really what their aim is.
So we'll see. Sethemapod has a good question here. Just got to Plinth 7. Any advice, guys? So Sethemapod is looking for some advice on Plinth 7.
Edalus works really well.
You want a melee troop, preferably a fast one. That's the Storm Maiden level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's sneaky good. If you have the Horde offensive relics leveled, Sobek is sneaky good on that because the Horde are really fast.
Oh, that's true.
You don't have summons though. To keep
I use
your troops.
Dionysus for that one. I just put a Holy Guard's lightning resist.
Yeah, Dion's always the man.
I couldn't use him for 8 though. 8, he wasn't getting the job done on 8. I used Artemis. I was shocked and mortified. Vintage.
Those corrupted skeletons are ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's where, again, 4 Storm Maidens get you a lot of value because they can chip things also.
Gary says...
Vintage, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to real quick. Gary says, I nearly always use 4 Goliaths and Rest Maidens with Whetstone. That's not bad, Gary. What was it? I'm trying to get this new Ladega and War at the same time. It's tough doing both, says Corey. So, yeah, I agree. To be able to keep up the grind on both fronts can be quite a task. What were you going to say there, Ice?
That is rough.
I was going to ask Vintage what he's using for his relic combination on Dionysus.
Oh, Conquest?
Yeah.
Okay, so for Conquest, damage armor roll.
Okay.
Armor gives me all the sustain I need because I'm basically 75% resistant to everything. Then I just go damage, damage, damage. I do Earthshaker because it's troop damage. You know, you get resist melee with it, which is always good. And then damage, man. Go, Scimitar, get your Dionysus Amphora. Jim, help back me up here. Giant Axe, if you got it.
Giant Axe, if you got it. The Scimitar, Earthshaker. I equipped the Laurel Reef on it for the crit.
Okay.
Crit.
Yeah, I got that too, actually.
Mine's all damage, so I got to put a Holy Guard on mine.
Do you use boots in the seat? Okay, somebody uses boots.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, Loki's boots is always because it's got that troop damage on it as well, which
Banner of Iron also for the same reason. Banner of Iron, troop damage.
I never got that Banner of Iron, unfortunately. It's always been like one of the reward sliders for some type of top team, so always missed it.
Those physical events used to drop all the time where we were able to get it, so just depends on which events you were available for at the time. Corey says 1 Void per month seems like their MO. The best is coming around Halloween. Been saying it for a while, just my prediction. I believe Void Summoners coming at Halloween, but we'll see.
Me too.
We'll
I
see.
think so.
We'll see what happens. Well, hopefully we'll get something sweet. Yeah. I believe they will run
Void Summoners coming soon, guys.
Yeah, I believe there will be 2 Halloween events. For anyone that wasn't around last year at Halloween time, there were 2 weekends for Halloween. There was a Hell event for one weekend, and then there was a Hades event for the other weekend. So, correct? That's how it was. Calvrex
that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, you're thinking about Almoran.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. So last Halloween event was. We still had 2. We still had 2 weekends though for Halloween. I swear we did.
We did last. Yeah, we did.
But I didn't get Hell last year, and that was one of my first months playing.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get Hell until this event.
Well, what were the 2 Halloween events then?
It was Hell, and then it was, and I think
Well, I'm sorry, you cut out. It was what you think?
It was Hell, and then it was Almorand and Corthan.
Okay. But and along with Hell, couldn't you get Calvarex again as well? I could have sworn that was the case. Maybe not.
X was prior to that, and he was a booster.
Oh, that's right.
You know, Halloween thing maybe.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Soldier?
Calvarex is always part of Halloween.
Yeah, always. Even though they released him a second time after Halloween, that made people very mad. Yeah, the first time around. This was like early 2018. Corey says Corey is a top tier 3-star fast cart because Fast Cart was asking about is Corey a good 3-star. Berserker 3 stars are typically very good just for the fact that they're giving troop buffs and offensive. So, Extinction, is it better to have 62% melee resistance on a Mega Spearman or the 324 armor?
Take that if no one else wants to.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to give a bad response on this one.
So the 324% armor, it sounds awesome. It sounds fantastic.
It does.
Unfortunately, my Artemis has 320% armor piercing. So you have no armor. Give up the armor and take the other goods. Resist, elemental resist, or what have you.
There you go.
You know, it's the same thing now with the Talus. You know, you got plus armor piercing on a Talus. The armor's dead. I don't lose a lot of sleep over trying to get armor.
Now, Vintage, with the melee resist, for instance, I remember at one time, maybe one of your past videos or streams, you said that kind of the line of defense for your troop is it first goes to the elemental resist, then armor, and then would it calculate melee? Or where does that kind of go in the order of your resistances and defense?
Okay, so elemental resist is always king because if you cap it, that means 10% of the damage is getting through. That is extremely powerful. Then you also shave off, whether it's melee resist or range resist or whatever. Just as always king. That's the big dog.
So out of that 10%, if I have like 65% melee resist,
Now you're talking about
4.5% coming through?
Yeah, 3.5% of the damage is getting through.
And then how does armor factor in?
Gotta be however much beyond the attacker's armor piercing, right? And that's the armor being dead.
Okay, so armor is a moot point if you have high AP.
I have 300, and think about this. 120% armor, which sounds amazing. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of armor, right? No, because 320% armor piercing, meaning you have 0 armor. 0. You could have 395% armor, because now you actually have effective armor.
Okay.
But, you know, if you're not over 360, 370% armor, you're kind of wasting your time.
Are there any Chronos or Minotaur builds that will be that high?
I'm aware of. The highest thing I've ever achieved is Dread.
Was what?
And
I'm sorry, you cut
you
out
have
there.
to have-
You cut out Vintage. What you said to your highest was what?
Highest armor I've ever gotten personally is on Erdred.
Okay.
The X skill armor, and my tier 2 roll armor. And then you have to have relics that give armor in addition to Urkon's War Paint, which gives you 42, pre 40. And that's It's okay because people are attacking that. In Zeus, you're not exceeding 300% armor piercing. Usually, you have some armor versus Zeus. It's like a fool's errand. Because Star Maidens just torch everything. It just doesn't even matter.
Right.
Yeah, the math doesn't seem right with the Storm Maidens. I mean, it has to be broken in some way when you start. I mean, wasn't one video you did with Kronos, which was like some odd millions of health that the Goliaths had? So
it's dumb. It's just stupid. It is, okay?
Tell us, Vintage. Tell us.
I have, the new 5-star Guardian Relic. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hit it with Zeus. Okay? So think about this. Here, and I tuned this Skulnar just for Storm Maidens. 500,000 health. I had 90% elemental resist, lightning resist. Put the new 5-star Relic and the Gungnir on, so I have 74% resist ranged, right? Just in like a minute 45 seconds. It's retarded.
Yeah, that math doesn't make any sense as to how that would be that detrimental, correct?
No, it's how broken Storm Maidens are. I'm sorry. If you have resist, that's a 50% range resist, the attacker should lose. Is properly prepared for that fight. You be better on defense. You can't. It's just dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But hey,
and that far out of your way to defend against one troop, obviously I'm sacrificing other things. I should be able to stop Storm Maidens, but then the guy says, oh, well, I have to come back and attack with ice. And then he rolls it with ice. That makes sense.
At the expense of troop loss. I mean, that's the whole goal of the war, right? You want to just delay their ability to impact whatever you're defending. But it just doesn't work.
Right.
But the devs say Storm Maidens are broken. They're not broken according to the devs. So, they designed the game, Vintage. Sorry.
Yeah, they're idiots. Out of play. Period.
All right, see you later, Gary. And Black Gold, thank you for joining. I just got here, pretty sure we were missing around 30 likes. Well, that would be very nice and appreciated. We got Ice, Tox, Vintage, and Jim here on Discord, and of course a few others that were joined earlier. Just having a great time, chit-chatting about the game and enjoying... Oh, Corey, wow, cheers! A $10 donation. That's very, very kind of you.
Yeah, buddy.
Come on.
Very kind of you, Corey.
There you go.
I appreciate it. This is a Saturday night where, I started a little earlier to grab a few people that don't normally are able to join the live stream, which especially when Sabri, who left for work, said, glad I was part of this live stream. It is nice to be able to be a part of it instead of just having to watch after the fact. So, again, thank you, Corey. Cheers as well. Yeah, because I did crack one. while Vintage and Ice were going back and forth, I did crack one. So it is the start of the of a little bit of drinking tonight. So, awesome.
There we go. Scotch of Titans has begun.
Yeah, right. Well, I do actually have some scotch as well. So, but I'm having a beer first, just to start. But I might have a glass of scotch.
Are you an IPA guy, Zolan?
I am an IPA guy. I do enjoy a lot of IPAs, but of course it also makes it worth it to me as well, because I can buy less beer and all of it is usually the percentages are decently high. So
there you go. Zolan, yesterday in BMT's stream, someone made an appearance on the chat. It was our good friend Dylan the Greek.
Oh, no way. Oh, Jim, you got to tell us about that, Jim.
No, well, he appeared in the chat on YouTube. He didn't come in Discord.
Oh, okay. Because
he
came on Discord, man, missed out because Dylan was a really good guest. I know Ed's channel was always all about Dylan coming on because he always he always had very interesting questions. Zalan.
Hey, Zalan.
I'd be like, what, Dylan?
When I was first on, I thought that Jason Jerome was Dylan, so I subscribed.
Wow.
So I was trying to find Jason's channel, but I thought it was Dylan. I was like, oh man, this is not the right guy.
No.
Throwing shade.
Poor JJ's not even here to defend himself.
Yeah. Oh man, I always enjoy JJ's live streams and or videos. JJ puts out great content. Oh man, and of course, Dylan.
Those,
executive summaries. I know they were incredibly good for the game and just general information for the events because he'd always put them out at the beginning of the event, so you would really get a good idea of what was really ahead in the next few days, and so you could be able to plan it out. So. But, I mean, we do still have Vintage doing his videos at the beginning of events, which is really good. Let's not, say that no one is doing that style. That style of video where you put it out right at the beginning of the event, Vintage, is extremely helpful to the community. So, definitely have to applaud you on that. And those that can do that,
absolutely.
It's always really good. So.
Yeah, Vintage, you've saved me some money, man, when it's not been a no-brainer Titan. I've definitely abandoned some events because of what you said. It's helped out.
Try to help out and protect people's wallets.
Yeah. It's always good. Because we obviously don't want to be spending in situations you don't have to. Conquest events just so happen to be one of those events where you can really roll through the whole thing, and even if you are spending gems on Portal Stone refreshes, you can make it all back and more. So... It's pretty awesome.
Conquest, man. It is the best thing you can do for yourself in this game.
Yes. Yes, you can get a lot accomplished.
Say that. I mean, grind it out. Really. Grind it out. You won't believe what you accomplish in one weekend.
And then, of course, when Monday comes around, you're like, back to the regular drops?
I mean, you gotta do calculations on the Portal Stone spending. You would think it'd be advantageous for the game to just have triple battle drops all the time. I don't know why they have to be so scarce. It doesn't make any sense economically.
Michael Marlowe, dropping $20. Thank you, Michael. That is extremely, extremely nice of you as well. I really appreciate any donations on the channel, and Michael, that is very kind of you. That is Disaster in Game, plays with one of the NTG teams. I think it is in NTG Hammer. So, thank you, Michael.
Oh, I didn't know that was Michael Marlowe.
Michael Marlowe is
Michael Marlowe.
Yeah, is Disaster.
Corey, Michael, shout out to you guys. Good looking out.
Yeah,
well done.
Hardcore.
So on Saturday afternoon stream, most profitable yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, my birthday stream was actually probably we'd say the most profitable, but that was very generous of the community to be so nice on that day. But when it comes down to for donations and stuff, of course not the point of my channel to get them, but of course when they are given, it is always very much appreciated. Which I do have a small collection of pictures, and I'm going to be putting them together and working with Princess Z here very soon to put something together, because of course your donations actually have gone to some of the fun we've had over this summer. So of course when it comes down to that, awesome. We're talking about just small things, because most of the time I'm not doing anything super extravagant, but when I can, like for instance, next weekend I'm going to get an opportunity. My ex company she works for is having their company picnic at Knoebels Grove, which I've talked about before on the stream, which is a very awesome, amazing amusement park that I grew up with myself, and I get to, of course, enjoy watching my daughter enjoy it as well. And it's going to be a situation where I drive up and meet them up there for the day, but trust me, it's going to be a blast, and I can't wait to do it. And yes, I do still have some of the last 2 months donation money to be able to go up and be able to spend some money on her when I'm there. So it's going to be a good time. So
That's awesome.
I do appreciate it. Because I don't use it to pay my bills, and I don't use it because that's what I'm always out there working hard for. But when I do get donation money here on the channel, it does go to, besides from occasionally throwing back into the to the game itself. I am, of course, spoiling my daughter a little bit. So, but everyone can say that's not a bad decision, because I enjoy being a dad more than anything.
Well done, Zolan.
You know.
That's the stuff that matters.
Of course. If you haven't tried Screwball,
I see I'm being bribed in the chat.
Oh gosh, Corey! Thank you again for Princess C. Thanks for the streams, Alon. Of course. Well, thank you, Corey. I do appreciate it. If you want to, this is.
Well, we need Black Gold to pop on and describe what Corey put in the chat there about this whiskey.
This whiskey, yes.
What is this? I can't sign into the chat right now. What does it say?
It's called Screwball.
Yes, it's a
flavor of whiskey.
Wow. Yeah, I always don't mind streaming, because I of course enjoy playing the game at the same time enjoying it with the community, and of course having as many people on Discord as possible, which is always the goal of having a good time. So, and also sharing a lot of information as much as possible. Always. I might not have a video out every single day about what's going on, but there's GoDan for that. You know what I mean? So, there's certain things that, after a while you're like, all right, GoDan's got that. It's okay. You know what I mean? But.
Did you catch any of my live stream yesterday, Alon?
I was on your stream for a little bit. One of the 3 sections, I think.
One of the 3 sections.
I mean, like the big chunks, the ones that had the most, the ones that had the most. Go on.
Oh, Corey's going vintage style. He's double dipping.
Yeah, he did. He did double dip. See, he double dipped. The last time you donated vintage, I thought it was an error. I'm like, he donated two times with $10. I'm like, I wonder if he meant to do that. I wasn't gonna say anything at the time, but I did think that. But now that Feranic is back, he said he's back. I'm going to jump out of game here in a second. We're going to replay a small section of D's stream from last week. It was so funny, and I do have to put a little bit of context before it so you know what's going on. Feranic jumped into D and Drum's live stream last week, and D was like, she said, it's Feranic, and sounded like it wasn't a big deal. And of course, Drum made a big deal about it, and of course everybody in chat was like, "Oh, you're really, not bragging on Feranic or whatever." So he left like pretty much instantly off Discord, and she's like, "Where'd he go? What happened? What did I do?" Blah blah blah. Typical D. And so this is all happening before this clip happens, probably like a good half hour or hour before. So. Here, and we'll set it up here. I'm going to jump out. And so then D decides, because just like myself, she has a ton of these relic tokens here at the very end. And of course, Drum starts talking about how much he doesn't like. He's like, the pulls are garbage and everything else. So basically, he's ragging on D for not using, wrong screen. Ragging on D for not using them. And this is what, here we go.
See the crap that you get out of this, Walter?
I know,
it's really
ridiculous.
It's garbage. Once in a blue moon, you get lucky.
I'm getting 2s and 3s.
Yeah, that's what
this
it is.
This is ridiculous.
Once in a blue moon, you get lucky.
I wouldn't pay gems for this.
No, you don't pay gems for it. You get them for free in events. And thank God you get them for free during events, because there was a time that didn't even happen.
Said, who saves relic tokens? D, pull those.
Yeah, right? 49 of them? Like, what, is she even playing this game? How do you have 49 relic tokens?
Leave me alone.
I have no idea how she even gets this many. And I don't even ever have 2 relic tokens. I get one and it's pulled immediately. The fact that she has 49, I mean, that just says everything about how she plays.
Does it?
I got a 4-star van brace from there once.
That is a bonus pull.
I still haven't gotten anything good.
I think I pulled like 35 at once or something like
Here it
that.
comes.
I did get a 4-star kite shield.
Oh, Veronica is back! Yay!
That's pretty good. I think I've got 105 of them on my mini.
Get the hell out of here.
He's like,
Here, one more time on the last 10 seconds.
That's pretty good. I think I've got 105 of them on my mini.
Get the hell out of here. What are you doing?
Yeah, they just got it up. I pulled about 90 odd on my main account. Maybe 1 or 2 4-stars.
Oh,
What do
man.
you think? Why?
I still haven't
Why
gotten
save?
anything good.
It's just
Oh, man. It gets me every time. I just thought that was so good. His reaction.
Bo has got to make that a drop. That's
I know.
got to be a drop on Bo's channel.
Oh, it was so good. Just but yeah,
Oh, D.
seriously, it was so funny.
Frantic.
Oh, and Frantic is like, yeah, that's pretty good. Like, because that was her response. She was like, yay! Oh my gosh. So good.
Yeah, their domestic disputes are absolutely priceless on that channel.
Yes, it is. It is. Oh, do you, Fury? You got 75 saved up? Oh, wow. That's funny. Oh, you're leaving, Frantic? Oh, man. It was so good. It was so good. All right, back to, well, let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's see. 26. We'll try to get 4 more warp stones and do like three battles at the Plinth 5 and keep it rolling. But and now
How
the
far are
decent.
you going, Zalon?
I'm actually gonna try to get a warp token. I'm gonna see what I can do. I got the rest of the night tonight.
Echo token.
Or echo token, yeah. I got the rest of the night tonight. Ooh, what is this? We'll take 17k VP. What's it called? We'll see what happens. I should have enough time tonight and tomorrow to be able to accomplish enough. So I'm gonna see if I can actually get myself one and try and give the Relic Altar a shot. So now now that D's here, I want to know, what time are you starting, D? Because I'm going to stream all the way up until when you are going to start. No noodling, and everyone, because I heard that you were going to stream tonight, and hopefully Drum is going to join you, even though he says he's not playing the game anymore. Oh, no spoiler, big spoiler there, DOT community, if you didn't hear about it. Drum had officially said that he was actually going to stop playing DOT, but we all know that's a big load of Kobar manure, because I'm telling you, he actually will be back, especially if Halloween has anything to say about it.
I don't think it's a spoiler. It's public information. He left a comment on my channel.
Okay.
He said he's sick of the reskins.
I think it's because not just the reskins. He's using that as an excuse to just take a break for a while, because honestly, if I'd play the game as hard as he has and put as much into the game as he has, you do get to a point where there's really not much to do. And I believe that's what it's come to. He just got bored. So that's just my opinion. Obviously, it could be completely different for him.
I'm not going to hate on anybody that wants to take a break. If you just need a break, take a break, man.
Exactly. There's plenty of people that do take a break from the game and come back later.
Vintage, what's kept you playing for so long in light of, again, you've been Castle 25, it sounds like, for quite some time now. What keeps you engaged in the game?
OCD primarily.
Okay.
I have to level everything. I want 30 island defenders. It's not only that, but here's the history of the game in a nutshell with me. In beta. Of course, there was global launch. And, I mean, the game was so much fun on global launch. Yes, there were gobs of flaws, fun, and I warred like a maniac for quite a while, and my little break, and I was playing other games, and I was like, you know what? As deep, they're not as involved as Dawn of Titans, and that's when I started playing again, and I started my channel. Now, at this point, it's like I'm on this probably never-ending quest. 30 level 60 Titans defending islands with all 6 relics maxed. I don't know if I'll ever get there. Pursuit.
Okay.
And of course, along the way, do a ton of warring. One of my long-term goals with, and I want to war against all my viewers.
Yeah, I do like that. That's a really cool. That's a really cool goal to have. It's a tour. It's your tour of duty.
Last week,
Vintage's tour of duty.
Yeah. Last week I warred with Raiders, and I'm probably going to war with them again.
Okay.
But at some point, Jim, watch out, buddy. Vintage is going to be coming for you.
Right. Corey says, I have OCD too. I love it.
You always have a goal. You have to do something. You always have to do something.
Yeah, there's always something going on. I do have a little bit of a touch of it myself. That's why I have the need to collect all the Titans and try to get my Pantheon up. So
yeah, man, the Pantheon. I mean, that was like the first stone. It was like, dude, I finished the Pantheon. Holy crap!
I think we all have a touch of it, and it expresses why we all like this game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the oddity. Someone was in a boardroom at Natural Motion saying, "How do we capitalize on OCD in our players?" Well,
yeah. It's like, do you have to, how do you know if you have OCD and DOT? It's like when you see the little red on the side buttons or anywhere else, do you feel the inclination to have to click it and clear it?
I'm doing it as you speak, Zalon.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man.
See? Soon as I get into game, when I see all this stuff over here, like the battle log and all my messages and everything else over here, I gotta clear that stuff out. I just can't have it read.
I gotta say, the hardest thing to do is to save those divine gems. I don't know how you guys save so many.
Well,
it's so tempting.
I don't have much now. That was due to my last few streams, but it's not a problem, of course. And I haven't gotten a response from D yet. When are you streaming, D? Gosh, how many times do I have to ask? It's starting to sound like Drum. MX
I think we need to have
says, I can't wait to get to level 23 and come up to Legends. 2 more to go. All right. Nice. Yeah, Legends League's a lot of fun. I'm actually down in Masters right now because Legends got demoted down to Masters. There was a bit of a consolidation in Legend League where the second server more or less moved a majority of its most of the more active alliances on the second server came over to the first server. So this first server has a ridiculous amount of activity now. So we got bumped down to Masters League, and I haven't had the inclination to jump over to either Hammer or War currently for this week, just because Conquest was going on, and there just so happens to be just as many PP lands down in Masters as there is in Legend League that I've noticed, at least on the server I'm in. So,
are you wreaking havoc down there? How easy are those garrisons?
I want to say that there is a few, I'd say at least a handful of alliances down here that could easily be up in Legends League. They're just hanging out in Masters, so a lot of their garrisons are very similar in that aspect. So you're seeing still a lot of Minotaurs, you're seeing a lot of other very regular defenses, so you're seeing Valorans, you're seeing Chronos and stuff like that, so it's not like it's much different than being up in Legend League. So
kind of like a Legends Light.
Yeah, that's the way I'd see it. Now, and that's set the Castle 23 and 24 and 25 because typically always hitting the lightning bolt to go to my same castle level, and if anything, those are the castles that I'm hitting. I'm not hitting super low level castles or anything like that. So, but these are the ones that are up here right now. Just gonna show the leaderboard. A lot of, let's see what is their language. Oh, one that I don't know. I don't know if it's Russian or if it's something different. But a lot of these alliances, of course, I don't. Upper class I recognize, Momo Squad I recognize, Winterfell. But most of these alliances, at least that were up in the promotion area, I don't. But also because I can't pronounce them.
I can say that Legend League Server 1 this week is totally nutty.
Mm-hmm.
Be 170 million or 180 million VP
to stay, right?
We're gonna get demoted.
Wow, that's what I'm saying. There was a serious consolidation between the servers. There's NTG Knights. I've been doing a lot of ping pong with NTG Knights, of course. It's one of our other alliances that typically stays in Masters, but they're seeing that they're in demotion, so they might be heading back down. So.
Wow, even for Masters, huh?
Yeah, again, it's more consolidation. So. But Knights isn't our premier Masters team. It's NTG Dragons that are our premier Masters team that stays in Masters on a regular basis. But plenty of players that I notice in Knights and also on Dragons too were Legends players at one point or another, but decided to come down to Masters to either build or they're on vacation. One of those, or it's that time of the year. Plenty of us know with our jobs, there are times where you are going to be a lot busier than others. So we do have those teams so that you can be a lot more relaxed and still enjoy the game. So you don't have to feel like there's hardcore pressure to be up in Legends League or anything like that. D says, what? Seriously, Zalon doesn't hit garrisons? Get out of town, D. And I still haven't gotten a response if you're going to stream or not. Gosh,
what time's the stream, D?
She's not telling me anything about the stream. She's just here to rag on me. Now, of course, she says we all rag on her. We all rag on her, but oh gosh, when there's somebody saying something about garrison hits, he's got to be ripping on Zalon. We see how it is. If Zalon hits garrison, does that mean you start your stream? Yeah, Corey. Blah, blah, blah. PP cap on server 1 is super bad this Conquest. Lots of craziness and crying going on. Gotta love it. Dougie's loving the server 1 drama. Nice.
And another reason I don't do, you gotta rely on other people, man. Just skip it.
Did you guys give me insight into the demise of League of Gods? Why the disbandment? Did we get any insight into that?
Not particularly myself, but I don't know if anybody else. I mean, of course, we still have Vintage on here on Discord, but nobody else currently. So I don't want to put him on the spot and say, do you know? But I don't know if anybody in the chat has any kind of insight.
And this is the reason I want a war with and against everybody eventually, because I'm not trying to start beefs, opinion, etc. Okay? There's your caveat. You basically had folks that were like, okay, we have to beat League of Gods. We have to beat League of Gods. They've been chasing them for years. So basically they got half the server to gang up on League of Gods. Not only beat them, chasing them. They stalked them and followed them onto Masters and the second server, and they just hounded them. And that's not fun. That's not fun. Just went too far with it. So League of Gods is like, well, screw it. The game's not fun anymore. Yeah, you lost. Basically, you chased and hounded your primary opponent so much that now they don't exist. Shame, right? Because if you have an excellent opponent, it's great.
Totally.
That's what makes it fun, right?
Totally.
Yeah, so I think they just overdid it. That's a shame.
That's sad. I didn't know that.
Well, thank you for that insight there, Vintage.
Again, that's one guy, call it an outsider's perspective. I think that's kind of what happened, because I was in it for a couple weeks.
Oh, so you did get to play with League of Gods?
Oh, yeah. I was there when we literally had 9 alliances hitting us. It was insanity.
So
we lost.
Do you know if any of those players
but,
went to some other alliance, or is it just a complete?
And that's why Fight Club is so strong now. You got some on Fight Club. Sense. You got some that went to event alliances.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of sprinkled around, and I can't blame them. I mean, when you're on top that long, you got to take a break.
Right.
So,
when you were in the League of Gods, what were some of the requirements they had for their regular players?
They didn't. Honor system. You're expected to. Yeah. I mean, it was just kind of an understood thing.
And then, did you help start Events RS, or was that a team that you just joined over time?
It was the team I joined over time. So, what I did, took that little break, I was referring to, and basically, when I came back, I took over my wife's account.
Oh, your wife played?
Played for a long time. My beta account is lost. I don't even know how to get to it anymore. But and Ward, and I kind of burnt out a little. I took like 6 weeks off. My wife, we had a daughter that had a pretty serious injury. She had to have surgery and so forth. So I took over Athena's account. I didn't have a war team. I was tinkering around with war and stuff, and I'm like, into this thing, neck deep right off the bat. And so that's when I, asked Events RS, I was like, hey, can I join you guys, for a Metano event way back. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool. I can get awesome rewards, and there's no other pressures, and out.
And then, obviously I came in when Events RS, when the Summoner era started. So it seemed like it was a crazy amount of souls that were required. What was kind of the normal strategy they'd have to be able to be top finishers?
Give away trade secrets and so forth, but it's always assumed you're finishing. If you're joining Events RS, it's assumed because you want to finish the event.
Okay.
So there's usually some extra souls required.
Yeah,
so how many,
depends on the event. Real quick, Irving, it's good to see you. This is not the event. I'm just grinding out warp stones, but really grinding out triple battle drops. But go ahead, Ice. Continue your interview of Vintage.
My vintage interview. Waited for this for a while. So that being said, how many, on average, what level Titan were you guys receiving? In that 30-40 range?
We won pretty much every event for quite a stretch. Legends, full something. Anyway, 3 event alliances combined to make what you know now as Beta Soul.
Okay.
And all the time. Now they win all the time. ERU is usually, second, third. They seem to be kind of battling it out with TR All-Stars lately. But it's usually, for sure top 3.
So what's one of your favorite battle weekends of all time for an event?
What's your favorite food?
there's definitely memorable weekends, but I don't know if there's one, like battling it out, quote, sticks out. We find ourselves fighting hackers a lot, which is certifiably... Yeah, I don't know if I have like a favorite like event battle it out, unless you're talking about what I want to come back very badly, which is Throne Wars.
So this is the legend all of you guys talk about that us, younger players have not been exposed to. What was the main hang-up as to why they haven't brought it back?
When you invest that much time and effort into coding something, and it honestly glitches and so forth, but dude, it was so much freaking fun. I was fully willing to put up with the little hiccups and glitches. I have no idea why they don't bring it back. Maybe they're afraid their servers will crash or whatever.
Was it a plinth or like an event land? What was the setup?
Oh, there was multiple plinths throughout there was 5 of them. Five different thrones, each one having a different name, and with a person on sitting on the throne, basically. And you had to donate your lands that you had around your castle, and everybody put their best defenders on them. And they donated the lands to the throne, and there was a maximum amount of lands that you could have on a throne. So, of course, as soon as you filled it up with enough lands, then, everybody was trying to squeeze one in all the time. So that was the big hang-up in the event, is the whole, after everybody kind of claimed their territory, then it was destroy those territories and or try to squeeze a land in here and there.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Oh, dude, the strategy, the tactics, it was the best, man. It's a real shame that they've given up on it. I hate that. It was so good.
There's got to be a way for us to get their attention. I know that I've heard them in the live stream say they'll never bring it back. It still doesn't make sense then based off what you shared. But there's no reason why it's not achievable again. What if we all changed our alliance names next week on that leaderboard event to bring back Throne Wars?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I mean,
I think Feranic brings up a really good point. While, I agree, it was hard to sell the event relics because everyone put their best defenses on islands, and it's kind of like raiding a garrison. You don't know what's on it other than, the Titan type and so forth. There's a fear of losing, so I can see the hesitation when it comes to buying relics, but I think a lot of people spent money on lands. It wasn't a big moneymaker for them, and they're like, this isn't worth the headache. I don't know.
Maybe.
Interesting. But there's got to be a way to make it profitable. I mean, as we've seen time and time again, they find a way to get money squeezed out of us.
This is true.
Keep bringing out these relic festivals. I know of almost no one that actually spends money on those, but they keep doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Well, I don't know if you saw that video, some of the pictures they dropped in Godan's video vintage. Did you see those of the relics people pulled?
Oh, runic tattoos and crap?
Tattoo.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
All right, so D keeps on making up these excuses in the chat, saying hashtag let's keep Zalon streaming all night long and blah, blah, blah. She says she's going to stream after she takes a shower. She's hardcore noodling, DOT community, and she needs to stream tonight because it's important, because we need to make sure that there's an opportunity for Drum to be on the stream, only because he needs it. He needs his taste of the DOT community, even if he's not playing. Because we know
is he taking a break?
He enjoys it. He's taking a break from the game, but D's still thoroughly playing and knows that Drum is going to come back. I just want to hear from the horse's mouth and hear everything, that they have to say for this weekend, especially about Conquest too, as well at the same time, because she says not much going on. Besides for new summoning Titans dropping, the best time to stream is during Conquest weekends. There is more players going to be grinding this event than, like I said, the next best thing for more players to be grinding hard would be for a new Summoner Titan. So there you go. So the closest, this is something you can rely on every month that you know it's a guaranteed winner for live streaming. If you want to make sure that you know that people are going to be on to watch. I think everybody would agree. Happy Labor Day weekend, Churro. Thank you for joining. D says, I can. Yeah, who in chat wants D to stream? Make sure you let her know in chat right now. Stream. And Ice says yes, and I'll speak for Vintage. Vintage says yes, and
we'll have a whole section for Drum on Hell's Kitchen. We'll just break down episodes.
What would Gordon? What would Chef Ramsay say? That's all. What would Chef Ramsay say to Drum leaving DOT? What would he say? He'd say, "Pull your bootstraps up, lad. Get back in there."
One of my favorite Drum and D stream moments is when D is walking down or just going over this gourmet pizza she makes on the fly, and Drum calling it crap. I mean, it's absolute D and Drum gold. Because I cook. I love making things. I'm hearing what she's doing. I'm like, that's a legit process. And Drum was like making fun of how she burnt the basil. And I'm like, oh boy, you got it good right now, man. You don't complain about homemade pizza on the fly.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it's a good stream. I mean, I don't want to take too much credit, but I definitely have to say in the background, in the beginning, when she was figuring things out to stream or deciding whether she should do it or not, I did have a bit of an influence on making sure that she did, just because of the constant, you should do it. This is, kind of pushing her. And of course, I think after the initial few streams, she was hooked. And that's all we need, DOT community. Because when it comes down to having a stream on a weekly basis, she's come through more often than not. I'm not going to say every weekend, but everybody doesn't need to be, on that kind of schedule. Because everybody does have a life outside of the game. But it has been very nice to have a different type of stream like D and Drum, D and Drum domestic, D and D, so
D and D.
Yeah, and everyone loves it because they still wake up the next day and be like, "What happened last night? You got really mean." I can hear it now, so. But they enjoy it.
So, Salon, what will it take to get Vintage and SPP account?
What would it take? It would take for just
what would it take?
It would take for the devs to just get the rears and gear and get. I would like to see D and Vintage both get test accounts, just so they can both have the advantage of being able to test out new Titans ahead of time, and also at the same time be included in any kind of early play testing whenever they come out with new things. So. That's what I would want. Because currently we are starting to see less, like even when we were playtesting Assault, not all the SPPs were involved in that, even though they had access to it. And I believe that we need more people in there, not just to have at least that going for the DOT community, because as Vintage continues to preach, and I'm right there with him, and I agree with what he's saying, about how we should have more players that play this game be testing things out. Now, was our test not more than a few days before the launch? Yes. Does that give them enough time to fix things? No, unfortunately, because some of our feedback was taken and adjusted, but otherwise it was pretty much the same as what we saw a few days before. So,
So is there hope just that you would promote Assault then? Without really giving any feedback?
We gave feedback, but see, when you get it on a Thursday and they're going to drop Assault on Tuesday, they don't work on the weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, there's no way for them to even see what we said after 12 noon p.m. Eastern here in the U.S., that they're not going to see that stuff until Monday. And it already might be too late for certain changes to be even implemented at that point, especially if they're launching the event on Tuesday. So it does depend on how early they can get us some of the stuff. In previous times, like Throne Wars, when Bo and myself got to test that had a little, well, and a few others, obviously. There was definitely a bit more time given for us to be able to play around with it before the actual event dropped. So there has been times where that has been the case, but unfortunately to say this time wasn't one of them. Yes, maybe a test account would get drummed back sooner. Of course it would. And that's another reason why I'm going to continue to push and see what I can do on my end. But of course, not every time can they just accommodate requests like that right away, unfortunately. Dougie Fresh.
I don't know if I would do a test account if there were any kind of strings attached, though.
Well, they don't have any strings attached. A lot of times they ask us if we're going to be, streaming and stuff like that, because they'll put out some sort of like, Twitter posts and stuff like that. But besides from that, it's mostly just they just throw things on the account and you have the option to do something about it. And if you decide to make a video, you can, but they're going to continue to give you the Titans and the relics every week. So you don't oh wow. That's crazy. On my one phone, there was a child abduction alert, Amber Alert, that just popped up. So, it popped up here too, on the stream. But yeah, so
Vintage does not want to be muzzled.
Yeah, no, there's no like you have to make videos and you have to promote the game and everything else. If they give you the test account, they're basically saying, here, this is for you to try things out on. If you want to make videos, you can. If you don't, we're not going to crucify you for it.
I doubt I ever get a test account.
We'll see. We'll see what happens, because the way the devs talk about... Okay, the way the devs address your questions on the dev live streams now, Vintage, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but Matt specifically picks everything that you say out and goes, Vintage is something to say. I notice it a lot more in the more recent streams than ever before. So they specifically pick out things that you say and definitely address them over top of anyone else that might be just spamming the chat. So...
Yeah, I noticed that too, and I definitely give Matt credit for that.
Yeah. So...
There's this whole other team. I don't know any of the personalities. I don't know who's behind the scenes. I'm giving honest criticism of things. That's really my goal.
Yeah.
I am straight up looking out for the player. Period. I don't want somebody going out and getting sold on some Titan that's going to be terrible for them.
Well, you'll get the opportunity to test out that Titan ahead of time to find out if they are super terrible, because there are, and Vintage, you have to agree that there have been times in the past where you were extremely, and everyone has had this happen with DOT. We've been extremely skeptical of a Titan, and then we find out a week later that they're a lot better than we thought. Do you agree on that?
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? So having the ability to test the Titan out even before the event for a day or two will give the advantage to be able to give better advice to the community if they are complete garbage or not. Just putting that out there as well. Because I know you're looking out for the player as much as possible.
On Discord right now, Salon.
Do we? Oh, man. All right. Now that means she's noodling more.
Oh, man.
Yeah, see? I'm giving you what you gave Feranic. See, Feranic? I got your back.
That wasn't even on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Dee, I hope you're having an excellent Labor Day weekend.
Thank you. We are. I hope you are too. I hope everyone is. Oh my God! Look at that. It's a spider.
Jeez, she gets on the stream to get panicky about a spider.
Sorry. Well, we had an incident last night with a cricket.
An incident.
An incident with a cricket? Oh gosh, was it Jiminy Cricket? What happened?
Oh.
So.
Please continue.
So Drum's sleeping. Well, before he went to sleep, there was a cricket in the basement, and we heard it, and it was chirping. You heard the cricket. Oui, I am French. No, I'm not.
I heard no cricket.
Come on, you heard the cricket in the basement, and you were like, yeah, there's a cricket in the basement, and it was chirping. He went to sleep, and it was chirping and chirping and chirping, and I'm like, I need to find this cricket. It's driving me crazy. So I went downstairs into the kill room.
And into the kill room.
Oh, yeah. He has plastic everywhere.
Go on.
So there's plastic everywhere because he is, what do you call it? Sheetrocking? What's it called? Taping. We had termites and he's replacing all of the sheetrock and, he's getting the spider. There was a giant spider the size of a silver dollar. Okay, so I went downstairs and I'm looking for the cricket. And I finally find it under a piece of plastic. And I reach down to lift the plastic up, and the freaking cricket jumps in my shirt. So I start screaming. Now, what time was it? Like 1 a.m? Okay, he jumps out of bed, runs downstairs, and he's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I didn't even know I was screaming. I was just like terrified that this cricket jumped in my shirt. Anyway, that was our incident.
Jeez. Poor Drum. Poor Drum.
Thought somebody broke in a house and was like murdering her.
Did you come down with a baseball bat? Did you come down?
I just ran.
Ran downstairs.
Did you assume your karate pose? You know?
Was it a karate pose? I thought I was going to get yelled at for being up playing DOT, but instead he was like, are you okay?
Oh, good. So you like hid your phone? Is that what you did? You're like, oh, good. He didn't see that my phone was open. Gosh. Dude.
Anyway, so that was my cricket incident.
Jesus. Now everybody can hear all the crickets. Of course, somebody already commented already about the cool ambience of the live stream because of the crickets. I just have both my doors open. That's all. You can just.
Oh, do you have crickets? I had cricket ambiance on my live stream last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it pretty loud actually. I can tell because I re-listened to one of my recent ones. What's up, One Winged Angel, Seth Roth, and Kool-Aid? You joined in during the long cricket discussion from D. It was good.
I loved what they were saying about our pizza episode. They're calling it a pizza episode.
Nice. Oh, Lex. D gets on the stream and instantly we get to laugh. See, D? This is what happens. You better be ready for your stream because everybody's waiting, including me.
Yeah, I don't have anything to stream about.
Let's see. Conquest and how awesome everything is when you get all these wonderful...
I'm not doing Conquest.
D, you just had a cricket story. That was perfect.
Yeah, the cricket story.
I have
What?
stories, but I don't know what I'm allowed to say because I might get in trouble.
No, you won't get in trouble.
Yeah, okay.
You won't get in trouble, D. You won't get in any trouble, gosh. Get out of here.
I might get in trouble.
We've had some great episodes. We have the cricket episode. We've now have the drum relic rant from last week.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
It was good. Oh yeah, because I replayed it,
Jim,
D.
are you all right? Jim, are you all right?
Yes, yeah. Oh my gosh. There's so many good ones, D, and you just can't leave it at that.
Looks like I Love Lucy. They're calling them episodes. I think that's so funny. It's like we have a sitcom or something.
Yeah. Oh, it's most definitely a sitcom. Oh, if you haven't figured that out yet, D, geez, you're behind. It's definitely a sitcom.
I am behind, but I will say I made a killer pizza last night. Chef Ramsay was very happy.
Chef Ramsay would have been really happy? That's good.
Are we going homemade marinara? What are we doing here, D?
So I cheated a little. I did, like the pizza doughs that you buy from the store that are in like the plastic pouches?
You mean like DiGiorno?
That is cheating.
In the refrigerator section, like next to the cheese, next to the shredded cheese. No, it wasn't Pillsbury. It was
DiGiorno.
It was like the old school Boboli.
Boboli.
No,
the old Boboli.
Boboli packet with little sauce.
Don't even. I don't use Boboli.
Don't use Boboli. That's a real Italian right there. Don't use Boboli.
It was like, no, it wasn't DiGiorno. It was a,
But was it delivery?
Where did it come from?
Was it delivery?
Oh my god. It was pizza dough in like a plastic bag packet, with like the tape around the end. It's in like the shredded cheese. You know what I'm talking about?
Processed food is what you're saying, D.
No, I think they come from like Arthur. I honestly think they come from like Arthur Avenue or something. No? I don't know. It's pizza dough. I mean, it's legit pizza dough. I just didn't make the dough myself.
It definitely sounds like something Chef Ramsay would be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it does.
Well, the crust was amazing, wasn't it? Come on, tell them how good the pizza was.
Oh.
That's it. It was good. He ate 5.
That's it. That's all you're getting out of Drum. It was good.
So I didn't like full out do my own marinara, but I did. Like,
Wait. You didn't make your own what?
Marinara.
All right, D. You're trying to take over on Black Gold's peanut butter right here. She's finding very attractive Italian words that, you know.
So we talking? Is it mozzarella or mozzarella?
No, it's mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
And it's parmigiana. Parmigiana.
Yeah. And Feranic says it's DOT Domestic, most popular show on the web. You hear that, D? Feranic's throwing out some serious love for the D and Drum show. They're all waiting.
I also cheated. I just used a pureed tomato can, and I did a little olive oil with some minced garlic, and then I just did like the can, and then I did basil and oregano, and a little salt, seasoned it, and then I did Hawaiian pizza. So we did like the pineapples, and I did a layer of Parmesan cheese, a layer of mozzarella. I like to do light on the I call it it's sauce. Sometimes so for pasta it's gravy, right? But for pizza it's sauce. So I go light on the sauce.
It's gravy.
Gravy, yeah, like Sunday gravy. Come on.
Come on.
Definitely not Italian.
Sunday gravy.
I don't have that exposure.
They call it gravy.
Yep.
On pasta.
Have you ever seen Sopranos?
It's red sauce, but
oh man, I watched like 3 or 4 seasons, and then I got sucked into The Wire.
Well, The Wire's good too. So Ice, you didn't do a bad thing, but still, The Sopranos, they said gravy plenty of times. You should have picked up on that.
All I remember is ziti. I kept hearing ziti over and over again on Sopranos.
That's true.
Yeah, it's usually ziti. Sometimes it's spaghetti, but or it could be linguine, but it's always gravy, and it's like a meat, like a red meat sauce that you can put sausage in it. You can do
bolognese.
Similar to a bolognese. Yeah, exactly.
The Wire is trash. Ether, get out of here, man. Jeez.
The Wire is not trash.
No.
That and Breaking Bad.
No.
That and Breaking Bad are the top 2
Vintage is saying no too. You hear that, Ether? Oh, man.
The Wire is so good.
Yeah, so
good. Is so good.
Jeez. You don't even know.
Probably one of the best characters of any show ever.
Omar coming.
Absolutely.
Actually, I wish in DOT terms, it's Go Dan coming, because he's got the shotgun. Go Dan's got the shotgun. Go Dan coming. Watch out. Don't get hit by 3 videos.
I don't know. Go Dan might be a little bit more like that.
But there's definitely The Wire definitely had very, very good storytelling, and some of the characters that they even had on the show were criminals themselves. So they had a lot of actors not just acting. They've definitely dealt with some of the situations that they were actually portraying, which was pretty amazing.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I actually, back in the days when everyone was buying TV seasons and DVDs, I picked up one of my favorite out of all the seasons of The Wire, which I think is season. I have to check. I have to go grab another drink anyway, so I'll be right back. Keep talking about The Wire.
It's a vintage Wire show with it. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, any show with a character named Proposition Joe. Come on.
The fact that Idris Elba's in that as well. Talk about a sneaky cast.
Yeah, but see, Vintage, it was 4th season, actually, is the one I have on DVD. But I'll tell you, are you Proposition Joe Vintage for DOT? Is that you?
Me.
Proposition Joe. Now, Vintage, were you a Breaking Bad fan as well?
Oh yeah, Breaking Bad's unreal. It is so good.
Did you guys see that they're making a movie? They're making a movie. I think it's Netflix. And
is that real? It's not just a rumor?
I think it's true. Because I believe it's true.
Now, have you guys watched Mindhunter yet?
No.
Nope.
But I've heard good things about it.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
All right.
It's not for... You got to have a stomach that can take it in the subject matter. That's for sure.
Oh, so it's like it's like a
NTG.
Dexter?
It's not NTG at all.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
All right.
But season 2 just came out. It was great. I mean, it's a really unbelievable writing and acting.
Oh, well, good. I enjoy anything that's very engrossing.
I'm rewatching the last 2 episodes of the first season before I start season 2 because Mindhunter was really good.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love this season. It's a binge it in a weekend type of show.
Ether says Zalon's stream is disappointing me with this terrible film talk. Sorry, Ether.
The question: what meets the Ether standard for television shows?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Please enlighten us.
Yeah,
I think his idea of TV is fusing really high level titans into others. That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
Reality TV trash.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Vintage. That's so funny. I was like, oh man, Ether probably is like American Idol.
I think Ether wanted a Brokeback Mountain series.
Oh, D, you're going there. Oh man. D, I'm telling you. This is, I'm telling you. D wants to stream tonight. You can tell how badly she wants to stream tonight, don't you? Can you not?
You went
bringing the heat.
A Brokeback Mountain drop.
Mm-hmm. Can you handle it, Ether? Yeah, Ether might jump on Discord just because of that. We'll see. Boondocks. Yeah, Boondocks is definitely good.
I haven't seen Boondocks. Now, again...
he put up Peaky Blinders. That is a good show. I like Peaky Blinders.
No, I like Peaky Blinders as well. I caught all 4 seasons. I'm kind of surprised that the 5th season hasn't dropped yet, but at least on Netflix. But yes, it's a very good show, and it was recommended from the DOT community to check it out, so I definitely did and enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah, people with razor blades in their caps. That's right, Frantic. That's what it's all about, right? If it wasn't for those razor blades in the caps, the blinders wouldn't be as badass.
Now, how about True Detective Season 1? Not Season 2 and 3. Season 1.
I have not checked that out. Narcos.
I didn't even know there
Is that the one with
3. 1 was amazing.
2's terrible.
Is that the one with McConaughey?
Oh yeah, McConaughey and Harrelson.
Good. That was really good.
I did not get to check that. Michael Marlowe says Narcos, loved it. Yeah, I watched the basically all the ones that weren't in Spanish. I mean, there was some sections on the first few seasons that were, of course, you had to read subtitles. I didn't mind that, but they eventually just kind of made it into a show where there was just strictly there was like Narcos Mexico, and I obviously just watched the original Narcos where they were still working with some people that were working with the DEA and everything else. I'm glad they don't have any deals in this event. Yeah, well, I don't think we've seen Conquest deals drop on Sunday before. Is that correct?
I think it was like warp token deals.
Yeah. Pulse says Season 5 out on BBC now. Oh, so Season 5 is out, Pulse, for Peaky Blinders right now. Okay, well, hopefully it gets to the US Netflix here relatively soon, because I definitely thoroughly enjoyed it. Fast Car says I'm waiting for The Expanse on Amazon. Yes, Season 4 of The Expanse on Amazon is going to be super sick. I hope everyone is looking forward to that. That is a great show.
Never got to The Expanse.
Expanse is really good.
The Expanse. When you get to the end, it's like I had no idea that's where they were going with it. It's just wow.
Yeah, there's a lot more that they can do, and the fact that the show is based on they are doing 1 season per book. At least that's what they did for the first 3. And the crazy thing about that is the fact that there are still like another 4 books or so, maybe 5 now, that they can still continue to run the show off of, which is absolutely insane. Unlike Game of Thrones, where they went past the books and we're like, oh, we're kind of being creative now. So it's one good thing that The Expanse has on its side.
Now, did you ever give your unfiltered thoughts on the last season of GOT? so on?
Oh yeah, well in my I actually did like kind of recaps on every episode after we actually watched them live. But I mean, officially, I mean, I enjoyed the ending. I thought the ending was really good. Because they got to show, they pretty much touched on a lot of different characters that we got to know over throughout the season, except for Hawkeye. We didn't get to find out what happened to him. But everyone said that he was on the same ship as Arya because she's sailing away for more adventures. So we'll see what happens.
Vintage, were you a Game of Thrones fan?
Yeah, I read the books first. Yeah.
Oh, you're a book guy.
The book guy.
When I'm traveling for work, I'm on airplanes a lot. So I read and I also download stuff from Netflix to the tablet. So for like the last 4 or 5 months, I haven't really watched any TV or read any books because I'm at home. But when it comes to Game of Thrones, here's the thing about Game of Thrones. Man, the first 6 seasons were just unbelievably good. You know, and it set a standard. As seasons 7 and 8 were done, it seemed like they were in a hurry to finish. The problem I had was timeline. They're trapped on the frozen lake north of the wall, and they send the runner to get help, and then suddenly Khaleesi shows up on her dragons. It's like, wait a minute. Talking about crossing a continent 2 times next morning. It was stuff like that bugged me because I'm OCD guy. Like they were in a hurry to finish. Now, as far as the production value and it looked cool. The storyline was still very compelling, but I'm one of those people that gets hung up on some of the details. 7 and 8 were a little left wanting. Just because the first 6 seasons were unreal good. So good.
Fastcart wants to know if you know how fast the dragon is, though, Vintage.
Yeah, but it's how do you get to Dragonstone to even tell her in the first place? In the first season, they spent half of the first season Winterfell down to, the Red Keep. Wait a minute. You're going to Dragonstone and back in one night? Dude, what? How long does it take to run from the lake to Castle Black? And then you got to, somehow get a hold of, what's her name?
Vintage, you got that map in your head, bro.
Yeah, he does.
I'm impressed.
I read the books, man. I mean, when you read the books, in the story, big time. And that's part of the storyline is traveling. There's all this character development in the dialogue, and it's so deep. Really good job on the first 6 seasons. Like I said, half the first season was them traveling from Winterfell to, where the Red Keep is. Gosh, I'm like losing the names for whatever reason.
It's okay. It's a big map.
Like half the season, and that's where you got to learn that Joffrey's a douche.
Yeah.
The Hound is kind of a dick, but at least he's got morals, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And any of that in seasons 7 and 8. That's the problems I had. It wasn't the characters behind the lines. It was just, oh crap, we got 6 episodes. We got to finish this story somehow. And they just rammed it in there. That's the issue I had.
There you go. Vintage, do you got chat up right now?
Ferranic nails it.
Yeah. The only reason I say that is because I got to go to the bathroom. So if you could address a few things in chat, and I'll be right back.
No, you're spot on, dude. They had a blueprint right, for the first 6 seasons and said, this is the story. And it says, people that now say, okay, we have to craft this story and cram it into these last 16 episodes over seasons 7 and 8. You know, you nail it. It's obvious. It's TV writers. Light on substance. Hurry up and finish. In my opinion, an 8 could have easily been seasons 7, 8, 9, 10. The nerd talking, because, you know, I read the books and I know how George R.R. Martin does it. It's so good. I mean, it's just unreal. I'm hoping the guy can finish the story himself before he dies. I mean to poop all over Game of Thrones for everyone, but opinion, I guess. I liked Lord of the Rings, too. Peter Jackson did a great job.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back. So is D getting ready? Is everything okay, Vintage? Everybody get out of control?
No, we're good.
Okay, good.
I think, you know, if you read all the books, I mean, you know, it's heavy reading. I mean, it's long, but it's so worth it. It is so worth it to read the books. Even if you've watched the show, read the books. Really, you just know the characters. They did so well in Friends on HBO. As their casting director was incredible. They clearly read the books. And it's so good. But like I said, I felt like seasons 7 and 8, they're like, okay, we know where we got to go. To there in 16 episodes. 4 seasons or something like that.
Corey says, I watched The Price is Right on my day off yesterday. It was fabulous. It's awesome. Good to see you, Chad. Thank you for joining in. I'm watching Predator right now, and he's over there past them trees. Nice, Seth Roth. So we're just streaming as long as until D wants to start streaming, right, D? She's probably taking her shower right now. Unless she's still on Discord and noodling. Hopefully not.
Well, she's on Discord, but she's muted.
Oh, I'm noodling.
Ah, you're noodling. I knew it.
Drum's in the shower.
Oh, hashtag blame Drum.
Oh, so now you're gonna blame Drum for not being able to stream on time?
Sure. You should just stream all night long.
No, please.
We'll stay
I
on
want to
your
be able to eat my sandwich, the other half.
Well, we can hand the mic to Dee and kind of let her do her thing.
I can tell some stories, but honestly, if I say what happened today, I might get in trouble.
Well, you should on your stream.
Oh, now you have
now
to.
You have to, yeah.
We'll see. I'm not going to say it now because shower, and I'll get in trouble for sure if I say it without him.
Yeah.
But there's an incident today.
Oh my gosh! Is it bigger and badder than the it
was bad.
The cricket incident.
It was a DOT. It was a DOT fight.
Oh my gosh! Well,
to tell Drum to get his priorities straight. You know, this whole job thing and all this other stuff. Forget that. You got to play Dawn of Titans, dude.
Right. Well, he's quit. Like, come on, right, Delon? He's quit like 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah, so, right.
Like, this didn't faze me at all. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, he will be missed," and I'm like, "Oh, he'll be back."
Yeah, he's doing this because he wants to get all that love. He wants to know how many people are all big drum fans.
I mean, he claims that's not why, and he really is legitimately playing this other game that he's into.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really bored. I mean,
He is.
nothing.
I knew it. I knew it. I called
Titans,
Vintage. Did I not call it earlier? He's super bored.
When there's no new Titans for him to focus on, there's nothing for him to focus on. I mean, his Sobek is almost leveled. He's been making me. He's like, you can use my account, but there's rules. If you're doing a BP, oh yeah, no, there's rules. And he's like, you better not be a green fairy. And I'm like, what the heck is a green fairy? And he's like, don't be leaving greens on my account. So I'm not allowed to hit people and leave a green. Essentially what he's saying.
There's rules.
Oh yeah, there's rules.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll back the dude. You can't be messing with the Legend of Drum.
I was telling them that you told me that I couldn't be a green fairy.
Okay, so D, inquiring minds want to know, because I'm always on the lookout for other games. I love games.
It's Rage.
What else is on Dr. Drum's tablet?
Vintage wants to know what's on Dr. Drum's tablet. Other games.
It's Raid Shadow Legends. That's the game he's playing.
Yeah, he's playing Raid. He'll tell you about it. He's in the shower right now. He'll tell you about it when he gets out. Right. Raid Shadow Legends.
I don't know if he's showering.
Dee's taking the phone into the shower. She's
I'm already on thin ice today, so
yeah. She's like basically popping the door open just so he can hear everything. We know. Frantic says Smurf Village.
He'll tell you all about his game. He's super excited about this new game he's been playing.
Well, if you guys get on your live stream, you could tell us all about it.
We were actually going to stream, and then he was like, oh, just jump on Discord. We don't have to stream. We'll just go on Zalon stream.
Oh, see, he's copping out, too.
I didn't think he was going to stream with me tonight because he, quote-unquote, quit the game.
I know. We all know.
Yeah,
we all know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like time number 4. You know, someone messaged him and was like, can I have your account if you're quitting? And I was like, he's not quitting. Come on, relax.
Yeah.
Because
so I think Drum's on to me because, you know, I like being a guest on streams. I look at it as I'm Ed McMahon to Johnny Carson.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. It's easy that way.
Yeah, it is. That's why Val likes it so much. She tries to get Jim to stream as much as possible. And because she enjoys it.
Is that what she does?
She enjoys it. Jim will even say, oh man, yeah, Val was bugging me to stream. And it's totally cool because Val enjoys being a co-host. Like, Bo likes to be a co-host on my stream. I enjoy thoroughly being a co-host on Bo's stream. I don't have to do much at all. You just gotta be on Discord, you know? So.
Well, Jim, it might get. I don't know if Jim's listening, but he might get nervous because if Drum ditches me, I'm taking Val.
Uh-oh. And it's gonna be a ladies' stream.
YouTube channel power plays right now taking place?
Possibly.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. There's talks behind closed doors right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know who she would pick if she had a choice. I think it would be me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't do that to Jim.
Poor Jim.
Don't do that to Jim.
Well, see, Jim had Truth, but Truth, unfortunately, was trying to do it on his channel a lot of the times, and for some reason, his connection isn't the strongest, so his live streams had connection issues a lot of times.
Vintage, sorry for leaving you hanging. GOT conversation. You had some kid you had to handle. You were going on about the maps and the casting as Zalon went and made a sandwich. Apologize.
Yeah.
Oh, did he make a sandwich already?
No. I didn't make a sandwich. This is just the other half of the sub, other known as a hero or other known as a hoagie.
What about a wedge?
A wedge? No.
That's
I don't even know.
what we Italians call it. It's called a wedge.
Really?
Come on, you never go to a party? Yeah, you go to like a party and there's like a giant 6-foot wedge.
No, it's a 6-foot sub.
No, it's a wedge. Come on, anybody
you Italians.
Back me up.
Now I'm talking with my hands right now just to make fun of the Italians, and I'm just going. Yeah. I don't know.
I have never heard a sandwich called a wedge.
Never heard of a wedge.
Oh,
right?
Literally, a wedge. 3-foot wedge, 6-foot.
Is that a regional thing?
Must
Is it a
be.
what?
Must be like a New York
New York.
Italian thing. It's only if you're from New York.
Usually they've never heard of a wedge. Like a sandwich. Like, you know, you go to a party and there's a 3-foot wedge, a 6-foot wedge, Italian, American, roast
People
beef.
say, hey, look, I got a 6-foot sub.
Yeah. If you're talking about, if you say you have a wedge, you're talking about having a wedgie.
Or a wedge of cheese. No, I mean,
Yes.
Drum knows it. He's heard of it before. He said in Pennsylvania they're even weirder. They call it a hoagie.
Mm-hmm. They do. They do. Tell Drum to get a little closer to the mic. Tell Drum to get a little closer to the microphone so he can say it himself.
I'm going to get in trouble if I get closer. He wants you to say that you think that...
What do you think about Pennsylvania? What was that?
Paulson's got it. When I hear wedge, I'm thinking of a golf club.
There you go. So what was your opinion? What was your opinion there, Drum, on Pennsylvania hoagies? Huh?
I left the bathroom.
You were in the bathroom? You actually did go there. All right.
I was I was outside the shower. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's like, he's probably like, you get the heck out of here.
Yeah, we had a really bad DOT fight today.
Yeah,
I don't
know
that we can talk DOT anymore.
I don't know.
What consists of a DOT?
We were talking about an opinion about something in the game, and he had a very strong one, and I had a very strong one, and he doesn't like to hear anything other than his opinion because that's the only opinion that's the right one. So he spoke and said his piece, and then I went to say my piece, and he's like, nope, we're conversation's over. And then I started getting mad, and I was like, no, you can't say your thing and then not let me say my thing. I'm getting in trouble.
You're getting in trouble.
So I said, you can't say your thing.
Oh, yeah, you said it.
If he's gotten out of the shower to scold you, please leave the microphone open.
Yeah.
I said, you can't say your thing and then not let me say my thing and cut me off.
But you were wrong, and I was right.
Oh, you hear that? Oh, my gosh.
I don't even know if I was wrong because you wouldn't let me say my... You weren't... because I tried to speak and he was like... Bah, 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 bah.
Wait, what was it like?
Okay, Dee,
what was
I
it
have
like?
a fantastic idea.
What?
Idea. I want to sell Dee on streaming tonight. You plea your side of the argument.
Perfect.
Discord, we will be the jury.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, I agree with Vintage. I agree with Vintage. It should be a special stream all about this specific
I was
issue.
right. He was wrong.
You didn't... I wasn't wrong. It was an opinion.
You just weren't right.
It was an opinion. I'm entitled to have my opinion, though.
We gotta make this happen.
There was no wrong or right. It was just an opinion about some. I didn't tell them what it was about.
Well, yeah, you didn't tell us yet. That's fine. That's fine.
We'll be the judges.
We'll be the judge. We will be the judge.
I didn't tell them what you did to me after the argument.
Yeah, tell him.
Why don't you tell them what happened?
I pulled the car over, I kicked her out of the car, and I drove away.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I came back, 30 seconds later, but she needed to feel that.
Oh, I got removed from the vehicle.
Removed from the vehicle.
What?
She started giving a nasty voice to me. She's like, my name's Clementine.
Wait, what was that? What did she do? What did she do, Drum? What did she use? What voice?
My name's Clementine. No. I just take it. It was either drive the car off the road or just remove her from the vehicle.
Wow.
Oh, my.
You know how I went to the other side to her door. I grabbed her phones. It got her right out of the car.
Wow.
I said, you want your bike? And she's like, no, how am I going to get home? I said, call it Uber.
How am I going to get home?
So then I said to him, okay, well, if I had done this to you and pushed you out of the car and drove away and came back, would you get back in? And he's like, no, I would hide in the woods, so you felt worse about it.
No, where are you?
Yeah, I wouldn't know where he was.
Wow.
You're just a nasty person.
You were nasty. You escalated it beyond reason.
You wouldn't let me say my piece.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't wrong. You didn't even hear my rebuttal.
I heard it.
You did not. See, do you guys really want this?
Yes, there's people in chat saying, where is the...
All day long.
Lex says, stop, I can't breathe. Ouch, that's not good, says Ether. Brain says, does D have a black eye? Real Housewives of DOT. We're waiting for the stream, D. Nudge, nudge. They're all about it. They're waiting. This is just a preview.
Nails on a chalkboard. Just nonstop.
Because you wouldn't let me say my piece.
You ever seen a skit with Bill Burr and the Energizer Buddy? God. Just keeps coming and coming and coming.
Try having a conversation with somebody where you let them speak, and then you go to talk, and halfway through what you're going to say, they don't even listen, and they're like, this conversation's over. I'm not listening to you, Like, that's what he was doing while I was talking.
So, and it just went overboard when you started mimicking my name.
Oh, because then I was like,
My name's Gummadiddle.
My name is Gummadiddle, and I'm always right, and I'm a bully, and I don't let anybody talk.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Fast Card says he just put pipe.
The level in the car was not common to Lex.
Fast Card says I'm putting popcorn in the microwave. DOT domestic at its best. See, everyone wants it. You have to appease the people.
DOT domestic. Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night.
Oh, I think that's funny that they like to hear about the dysfunction.
Yeah, listen, some people like watching, that live PD, where you get to see, them actually doing real, police different things, stopping people and everything. Well, DOT community wants DOT domestic. That's what
DOT
they want.
domestic.
That's what they want.
Funny.
Churro says they need to stream ASAP. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's having a good time. Black Gold.
Yeah, so that happened before our bike ride, and I didn't want to go bike ride. On the way to the bike ride, and then I didn't want to go on the bike ride. And then he was like, well, what are you going to do, sit in the car? And I'm like, well, I don't want to bike ride with you.
Oh,
Nasty.
You're nasty.
Yeah. And then he's like, do you want a hug? And I'm like, no, I don't want you to touch me at all.
Jeez.
What happened?
I don't know. What happened?
Went on a bike ride.
We hugged and we went on a bike ride.
Well done.
Brain says, Alon, the more you entertain this, the longer it'll take her to stream. That's true. It is true. I should just say, all right, guys, I better get off.
I gotta know something. I've developed these mental pictures in my mind. Ask Drum, have her arms folded in at any point during these conversations.
Oh no, she's not an arm folder. She's a point in your face, like man.
Oh,
yeah.
See, now that helps. That really helps me with the story here.
Yeah, personal space invasion, just really to get to your lap.
In your face.
Yeah, it's like, is this your button? Is this your button? Is this your button? Just waiting for you to explode. And then you explode, and then you look like the bad one.
Wow. Very, very good description, Drum. I'm loving it. So
while you were in the shower, Vintage was asking about what games are on the Drumadiddle tab.
No diversion.
Yeah, diversion, yeah. Diversion. But it's Raid Shadow Legends, just so everyone knows. That's what it is.
Shadow Legends.
Yeah, and Hungry Shark, that's it.
Hungry Shark.
Just two super casual. Well, I mean, doesn't have to be casual. You can go all in and get obsessed with it, but it's not like a DOT where you have to log in and collect your VP and like you're letting your team down if you don't do a certain amount. Yeah, but what you gotta do is like 10 minutes for the clan every day, and your stuff is done. But if you want to go hard and grind your butt off, there's lots of depth.
Yep. Brain says you're perfectly safe, D. Domestic abuse laws are making it difficult for a man to discipline his woman.
My goodness.
His woman? Maybe he's my man.
Oh, you hear that, Brain? What? See, you could... Oh, man. You know the Brain will be right there as soon as you start streaming, D. You know it.
Well, he kicked you out of his car, D.
Yeah, he did kick me out of his car. But if I kicked him out of my car, this would still be going on. It would be a Labor Day weekend debacle. He would have hid in the woods when I turned around and came back for him.
There's Drum camping all weekend.
Hold on. Would you have hid in the woods?
No, what are you talking about?
You said before he would have hid in the woods. He would have carried the whole thing on even longer. Here's the thing. You don't win with him. There's no winning. I never win anything.
You win all the time.
Do I?
You won me.
Wow. Drum, you're killing it right now.
You won my heart.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Well, we know the Drum saved the night. Well done.
Delon, you got like this couples counseling thing going on right now. This is an incredible service you're offering.
I know, right? It's absolutely wonderful. Saving couples left and right. Does anybody...
Delon, you increase the greater good through every stream with moments like this.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm raiding Kool-Aid. How convenient. Thank you, Kool-Aid. Because you're in the chat. Oh, Churro wants to know if you're enjoying the new Tool album, Drum.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I've listened to a few tunes on YouTube, but you can't get, like, CDs anymore. And I tried to buy it on iTunes. iTunes doesn't have it for all you do to stream their $10 a month iTunes music thing. I was like, what the hell? I feel so outdated.
iTunes Music's where it's at, Drum.
Yeah, well, I know, but I don't know. I like to have a physical copy that I can, put in my car and listen to. I'm not into all the digital stuff.
You have no digital albums.
No, you totally
do. But actually, I was reading about and Apple's going to get rid of iTunes. And a bunch of years ago, I put all my library on iTunes. And if they get rid of iTunes now, what the hell do they do?
Yeah.
Well, you're locked in.
Yeah, they're getting rid of it because they just want to do their streaming service. And so the streaming service, they brag that they have, tons of songs and stuff. But I guarantee you that, a lot of the older albums, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, obscure stuff, that stuff's just going to be gone from here. There's no guarantee you're going to find the old stuff. And a lot
now,
of people do that.
Drum, if you own a song go through iTunes, you have it. There's no doubt. If you purchased it, but if you've downloaded it through their streaming service, it's technically Apple's property still.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the
So a lot of my older that I've purchased physically before I got their music service, I still have access to those, whether or not I've subscribed or not.
You can also upload it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a fossil, man. I just, I hate technology. That's why I play the drums. You hit them and they make sound.
All right, D. So you setting up, D? Got 3 minutes.
I'm taking a shower.
Oh, come on, D.
Well, that means you're leaving Drum on the mic then, right?
Oh, no.
No! You gotta leave Drum on the mic at least.
Drum, let's talk drums, bro. Let's talk drums. That'll keep you on. What kind of kit you playing?
I got 2 right now. One is Star Classic Tama that I just keep at my buddy's house that I have a band with.
Star Classic, of course.
The other one is Gretsch New Classic. That's the house kit.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Gretsch is a maple poplar, and Tama is all birch. So they sound totally different, but they both sound excellent.
Yeah, the birch is really bright, isn't it?
Well, actually, it's more focused of a sound. It's not really bright. It's great for recording because it doesn't ring. Like a maple is going to give a lot more warmth and ring, whereas the birch is going to give you a more focused sound.
Gotcha. I am a bass player, so I always love talking drums and bass.
Yeah, well, Sethmopod wants to know, what do you think of Thomas Hawk?
Oh, I love him, man. He's killer. I first got into Meshuggah. I think it was like 2001. I saw Tool at Madison Square Garden, and Meshuggah was the opening band, and I never heard of them before. They opened for them, and they just blew me away. I was like, this is insanely heavy, crazy stuff. And, I just loved it. The polyrhythms and cross rhythms they're doing over, numerous bars it's crazy. And then, like, when they dropped Bleed on Obzen, I was like, what? This is just insane, man. Just, woof. It just did it for me.
Nice.
So, Drum, you're still in a band?
Yep. It's like a baby band right now. We're just writing the music, but it's really, really good music. It's going to go.
Do you have places? Do you have some places that you actually perform at, or no, Drum?
Well, it's a baby band right now, so we're just writing the music. But we'll gig. Once we record like an EP and get it out there, and try and shop it to some labels.
Nice. So
have you been on tours before? Is that something that you've done quite a bit?
Nothing major, just like weekend tours. Up the coast. Nothing crazy, not like, extended, I work, full-time jobs. I can't just live in a van. But yeah, I mean, I played all the good places to play around here, so.
Yeah, well, you have to let us know, Drum, because when Drum goes on tour, we have to know, just in case you might be coming into some people's areas so they can come see you.
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, with this band, we're just going to try and shop it to a label and just play, like, big festivals. Because if you've been playing the music scene for a while, you end up playing, like, dumb gigs like Wednesday night, and you show up and the only other people there are the other band that's playing that night. That's kind of worthless. So we're just going to try and just shop it to, a label and get signed and just do festivals where you go there and there's going to be thousands of people.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Yeah, but once we record some stuff, which I think we'll probably record sometime this fall, I'll share the music with you guys. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So what sound and genre are you guys in?
I don't know, man. It's like a couple. It started out as like a doom band, and then we picked up this chick singer, and she's incredible, man. Like she can do like nice and clean, like if you ever listen to like Evanescence type stuff. She has that sort of voice, so it's like whoa, it's crazy. And so we have her in there, but we also have another vocalist, and he does like a heavy kind of growl thing. And it's metal, but it started out doom, but then now it's kind of, becoming a little progressive. But I don't know, it has like soft, jam parts. I don't know, it's all we're just kind of figuring it out right now. We're almost done with our third tune, so we're just kind of developing the sound right now. And each tune that we've written has gotten progressively better and more evolved. As we're like finding our sound together. Actually, the guitarist, the band, I used to be in a band with him years ago, and that band was good, man. We were signed to a label and stuff, and actually we were doing a label showcase show, and our lead singer was such a douche, and we're playing the show, right? The guy was ridiculous, and he just starts bad mouthing the label right at the front of our set. And so they ended up kicking us off the label, but
that's so
that
bad.
band was killer. Yeah, we got a lot of offers to tour over in Europe and stuff, but we just couldn't survive. Eventually the lead singer ended up breaking up the whole band. He like pulled a whole hissy fit because like there was somebody's underwear that was left in the band and the band, and then one of our guitar players threw it on him, and then he's like, I'm not showing up to the show that night, and so we're all on stage, set up, ready to play, and then he just comes walking in at the last minute, and we just were like tired of his BS, so we just kind of split the band up at that point in time. But that was a real fun band.
The lead singer narcissism is.
Yeah, who knows, man? Maybe those underwear were his, so we don't even know who those underwear were. Just some dirty van underwear.
So, Drum, I was
Have you
just
ever seen?
real quick. Ice. Seth Mapod says, or what's it called? Brain says, I play an 8-string. Love playing some Meshuggah, and Animals as leaders is my second favorite band.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, and the hardest thing about bands is getting a drummer that will lug his shit around. Drum machines are taking over. Easy to record on PC. So.
Yeah, no, you're correct. But, I mean, Animals as Leaders started out with a drum machine. But to me, that's just a weird live show. You see, two guys up there just playing along to a drum machine, no drummers. It sounds great on an album, but live, it's definitely lacking.
Not the same.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any of the Ultimate Warrior motivational talks when he, like, yells at bands?
No, I'll have to look at that. That's
YouTube, man. So out of nowhere, I fell into this YouTube stream with Ultimate Warrior did some shock to reality show back before he died, and it is classic. He takes this, skinny jeans punk rock band that are all like borderline alcoholics and just yells at them for 24 hours, and it's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I'll look for that.
And speaking of YouTube, I just got introduced to Hotel Hell. Our friend Gordon Ramsay. I thought you would
I watched
stumble
all
down
this
that
stuff.
path. I haven't seen Hotel Hell until recently, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah, nice, man.
Some classic Ramsay rants.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah, Kool-Aid's thanking you for the shout out to the Raid Shadow Legends there, Drum, because it looks tight. I did check it out a little bit when when Gaming Jaeger was looking into it, and I didn't get so far as to actually getting to play the game at all, but I was checking it out when people were talking about it a bit with the videos. Now,
yeah, man. One thing that I like about it is, like, you go on YouTube, like, they're putting out advertisement videos all the time. You know what that's doing? That's bringing a steady stream of new players in.
Mm-hmm.
They put out an advertisement like 2 days ago about, like, what champion you want to use, and it's like this guy in an office seat, and he's interviewing one of the characters in the game, and it's awesome. Like, and that's what DOT needs to do if they want to grow. The DOT is just allowing this game to die. They're just milking the players that they have until eventually it gets so low where it's not worth it for them to keep it running. Whereas a game like the Raid Shadow Legends, they're putting out commercials. I found the game from an advertisement. I was like, "Oh, that looks kind of cool. Let me just download it and check it out." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Wow, this thing is pretty in depth." And so I'm having fun with it. And it's the kind of game you don't have to play all week long. Like, if you play DOT, you have to live DOT.
Yeah.
You have requirements that require time every single day for your team. This, there's a clan thing, but it's just like, go attack the clan boss 2 times. Do some battles here, do some battles there. Boom, you're done. You can be done with all your clan stuff in probably like 10 minutes if you wanted to.
What style game is it, Drum?
I don't know. You have like 4 characters, and you attack these lands, and you just kind of, there's so much grinding to do. You farm materials, upgrade your stuff, and like there's like little leaderboards that they have. And you're not in a global leaderboard like DOT where you're competing with everybody. Like, it's broken down where you're like competing with 20 people around your level, and that's how it is for everybody. I kind of really like that. So I ended up taking first on my little leaderboard, and Dana started playing. He took first on his leaderboard. It was like easy, coming from
about Raid Shadow Legends?
Coming from DOT. It was like a nice change.
And then is it very cheap to play? Is it cheap to play, or is it similar cost to DOT?
You can pay as much as you want to. I mean, there's some mega spenders, and then you can also free to play it. It's just depends on the kind of player you want to be.
And there's actually a DOT chat room on this particular Discord server for Raid Shadow Legends. Compliments of Bo. I just tagged you in it, Dromadiddle.
Mm. The referral links aren't working, though. I sent out 2 referrals and got 2 people to play the game, and like it's not showing up in my game. So I don't know. Yeah, but you signed on. You started playing. I didn't get it.
I didn't.
So that's not really working.
I didn't understand how to play.
Yeah, it's pretty in depth.
And then I was like, "Can you explain this to me? I didn't understand the tutorial at all." And he's like, "That's what YouTube is for."
Yeah, watch some videos. Come on.
Watch some videos, yeah, Drum. Watch some videos.
Like, why do I got to do everything?
Really?
Yeah.
I asked you to show me how to play the game. That's
I did. I showed you YouTube.
Got a pretty quick shower, D. D was out pretty quick on that shower. She's like, I gotta get back out there.
Doesn't know what's being said.
Yeah. She's like,
I heard it. I could hear his deep voice through the shower, but I couldn't hear what he's saying. And I'm like, oh, he's gabbing away.
yeah.
What else did you tell them?
He talked about you the whole time.
All your personal secrets have been revealed.
Everything. All your quirks.
And they agree that I was right.
Yeah, of course you said that.
The jury just had...
They
You had the
agreed.
jury.
No.
And they all
That's
said,
not fair.
you are 100% right.
I didn't even get to defend my... was no right or wrong. It was an opinion.
No,
It was
that's
purely...
not what they thought.
Well, that's not what they thought.
If you don't show up for the court case, then you can't defend yourself.
Oh my God, it was like a 10-minute shower. I heard him yapping about the drums.
Oh, yeah, is that what I do?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yapping.
Yeah, I got Doom in my clan. I got Danieth in my clan.
Nice.
There was some other guy from the DOT chat that joined up. RSJ. He joined up. Oh, the old man 717. I think that's DOT.
See, look how popular you are. You just said like one or two things, and now all your
I just
DOT
put it out there. That's clan. If anybody wants to
do you have
mess
any
around.
people like you?
I'm not feeling like people don't like me. I don't need that.
I know, but look at all these people. They actually are listening.
Big fans.
I just thought they ignored
The fans of Dromediddle. That's what they are.
Dromediddle.
Super dramatic.
Yes.
He says he's quitting, and he was like, my account has to keep running, so you need to run it. And I'm like,
No, well, listen, my account is 20 times better than yours, so why don't you just play mine?
Weren't we just talking last week about how I need to cut down my account?
Yeah.
And I had 3, and then I had 2, and then I had 1 for a week, and now I have 4.
Get back to 4.
You're exciting me. You're making me excitable. Here. This is what he does.
I'm sure anybody would love to just play on my account. It's a finished account with everything you would possibly want.
But tell them all the rules to the account and how we can't be green fairies.
First rule of Drum's account is you don't talk about Drum's account.
No, it's don't be a green fairy.
I didn't want her just noobing it out all over the place, just handing out green cards.
I didn't do a single green.
Okay, you force closed on a land because you...
One, and that was because I brought the Titan.
No, you didn't bring the Titan. The Titan was fine.
Which
You
one did
just
I bring?
noobed it out.
I did not noob it out.
She went and attacked a Cerberus, right? And it was mostly archers.
It wasn't a Cerberus.
Oh, maybe it was Kronos. Okay, Kronos. Mostly. And she just drops all the 5 militia just right away. And then guess what? The archers spawn in the back of the map while she's noodling around with the Goliaths. And they just smoked her.
I haven't lost a single Kronos battle.
Okay.
It was unexpected.
Well, that would have been a loss.
It was unexpected. No, you said I was going to win anyway. And then you were like, why did you do that?
Well, you have to see how it plays out.
All right, so
Well,
D.
you told me I can't drop greens, so I was scared.
Oh, you were scared.
You were scared.
Yeah, you're mean.
All right, so
He's nasty,
I'm
guys.
gonna finish out my portal stones and do 2 more conquest battles, and by that time, D is gonna be ready to stream. All right,
No.
DOT community, she is gonna be ready to stream.
He's hanging out for the next hour on Zalon.
No, come on, give me a break. It's your night. This is your night.
Tell him, Drum.
Tell him, Drum. Oh, you just want him to speak for you? Oh, here we go.
Not my streams. They're coming to see. It's your streams.
Mm-hmm.
The D.
D and Drum. They only like me when I'm with you. They don't like you by yourself, and they don't like me by myself.
Oh, well, you don't know that, D. But that's...
I don't know that. They might like you without me, but I don't think they like me without you.
Talking about?
You make my stream funny. I'm not funny without you.
You're hilarious.
D, you could pull off a stream without Drum, but a lot of times you would want other people in Discord with you, so it's still fine.
Yeah, I get.
Drum is just your safety blanket, that's all.
Yeah, he is. He relaxes me, except for when he's throwing me out of the car.
Oh, please. You threw yourself out with that nasty attitude.
Come on, guys, you could do it tonight. Come on. You guys got such good... it's so good right now. I can't believe you can't see it.
Yeah, right. It's up to her. It's whatever she wants to do. I'll support.
Yeah, will you?
I just said I would support you.
Until you change your mind again.
Make up your mind, woman.
You make up your mind.
Huh?
What?
Brain said it best. I have to listen later. I gotta listen to this stream.
You roped us in when you started playing clips from our last stream.
Well, I had to play the clip of the last stream. It was so good, and that's what I'm trying to prove is whether Drum is playing or not, whether he wants to take a break. Totally cool, but you guys need to continue your live streams because, you know, the opinion of Drum weighs heavy on the DOT community.
Nothing like a little negativity.
Nothing like a little negativity. Oh.
Drum's got me ready to jump over to Shadow Legends.
Yeah, man, check it out. It's just another game, and like I said, you don't have to grind it and live it like DOT. So
How much money have you spent so far?
What are you talking about? Money? We're free to play.
You're not free to play.
Free to play, baby.
On Raid Shadow Legends?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You told me you bought a couple bundles.
Well, they were free bundles.
Bundles are not ever free.
Meh. Meh. He's doing the hand gesture of meh, meh.
Just had to get going, that's all. Get things up and running.
So, Drum, do you see yourself coming back to DOT, or have you officially retired?
Oh,
I don't know, man. I kind of am enjoying that.
He's in hiatus. He's in hiatus.
Yeah, here's the thing, how many times have I earned Ladega? And it's like they're just taking everything that you earned previously in the game and just making sure it's completely useless now. It's like, here's Ladega for the 1,000th time, and this time she's good. And it's like, man.
She was good before.
No, well, not anymore. They're making sure that making sure all the content from before this year is completely useless, because they're just giving you the same stuff with newer skills. So basically, they're disrespecting their loyal customers, and they're trying to milk them for another $100 a week on crap they've probably earned, leveled, fused away, and now
that's
here
not
it is
why
again.
you're mad. You're mad because they don't.
Are you kidding me?
That's what you told me before.
No, I also don't like that they don't advertise the game, because it just seems like the player base is smaller and smaller.
Okay.
I did the thing with my account on the individual event. Last time I did it, it was like 89,000 players.
Now it's like
I did it, I did it, 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, and it was like I came in at like 64,000 or something, and Bo said, it was like 68. That is a tremendous lot. That's like 25. That's like 25% of the player base that has disappeared in a couple months.
Right.
And it was a brand new event, so you think there would be some hype for people to do it. And the amount of players is actually much less than advertised, because look at you, you're running 4 accounts. A lot of the players that play this game have minis, so you take another third off of that, and that's really the player base you're working with. Even you go into your Legend League or Masters League, it's like everybody knows everybody. That's how freaking small the community is,
Well, Zalon didn't recognize some teams Masters.
Okay.
Some of the teams in Masters, at least in the server I'm in, they're from other countries.
We're in the same server, Zalon.
Wait.
Half of them were demoted from Legend League.
No. What I'm saying is they're team names that I can't pronounce. They're just, I have them right up here on the screen right now.
The Nectar team or whatever. They're like Russian. Then there's the Horror. They hang out in that.
Upper class is 7th place, but for the most part, every other team is.
Titanfall was demoted from Legends last week. I think Winterfell was demoted from Legends last week. I memorized the boards.
We know, D. We know. You have your lists. Well, Momo Squad is in here. And like I said, not too many recognizable teams, at least in the top. But you don't have to be above 25 to not get demoted. NTG Legends is 28th, and we're still fine. You have to be below 30. You have to be below 35. Which again, Knights is below 35 with 21 mil. So
but Knights is a rest team. 21 mil. I bet you higher than Dragons is pulling right now on probably the 3rd server. We're on server 1.
Yeah. Oh, is that really server 1 of Masters?
We think it is. Yeah, everyone thinks it is.
Yeah. Oh, that's the word on the street. That's what D's saying.
Yeah, Feranic and a bunch of the Masters guys thought it was server 1 because us and Knights had an early login. We both landed on the same server, and then Dragons, I think, is on server 3. I don't even know how many Masters server there are.
All right, so I'm gonna take. Like I said, I'm taking these portal stones down. I got 18 left. I'm taking them down to nothing, and then I'm gonna do most likely 2 battles in the Conquest, and then I am done. I'm gonna go eat my other half of my sandwich and enjoy. I'm gonna continue grinding while D and Drum take us into the evening. So you better get ready.
I'll only stream if he lets me stream on his account.
All right, that's fine.
Well, you grind stuff for yourself.
I'm not grinding anything.
What?
What?
Well, doesn't Drum's account need to be grinding during this event?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but mine.
Yeah, probably. Yes.
He's not quitting. He's not quitting because if he was actually quitting,
Listen,
he wouldn't care about his.
Well, yeah.
His household might as well be the good one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Drum wants the best account to represent the household. I agree with that decision.
Right. So then when he's ready to come back for a Halloween event, his account is mint and my account is old.
Yeah, well, that could be the case. That could be the case.
It's totally selfish. Oh, he's giving me a look like, seriously?
Just play your account.
No, play both, D. That's fine. Just play.
Just play one and get it set up so Zalon can go eat a sandwich.
I have like 8 million VP between his account and my account because he failed me as a leader. He said he would take Hammer for me so I could take War, and he
did that for what, 2 weeks? Didn't he do that for like at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
He took it, last week he had a full week. The week prior he had it for 3 days because that's when I went to War midweek right before the event started. Last week he was number 2 in Hammer. This week he didn't play at all. And on like Wednesday I was embarrassed because he had 235,000 VP. I grabbed it, his phone. And now he's at 3 million, but that was all me.
There's a request for D, a link to D's channel. D, can you post in the chat so that Sethmopod can click on your name? And
I'm not streaming, but I will post my channel.
She is streaming tonight, Sethmopod. Don't worry. She will do it for the viewers because she knows how much everyone enjoys her live streams. She doesn't realize it right away, but she realizes it after the fact. Don't worry, DOT community.
The community needs you, D.
Yes.
They need you to keep the grind going.
Keep the grind. Yes. Keep the grind going.
No, they just want to be entertained. That's what it is.
Wrong with being entertained.
Yeah, see? Listen to Drum. There's nothing wrong with being entertained.
Be bored.
I know, but it's not entertaining when you're not there.
I'm right here.
He's right there.
Now.
Come on, D. He's right there.
You're not gonna walk out?
Walk out where? Where am I gonna go?
He's not gonna. Listen, D. You're inside your own home. He's not gonna push you out of the car. There's no way for him to do that.
Did you hear the end of the last live stream? He was singing Nacho Man, and he literally made me make him nacho.
I did listen to it thoroughly, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. So.
There were nachos to be had after that stream.
Mm-hmm. See? And more goodness tonight, whatever it may be.
Hey, Drum.
Yep.
You got a spot in the woods called Castle Drum, like the kid from Stranger Things?
No.
It's where you go to get away from D.
New episode yet?
Vintage coming in clutch.
Nice. Castle Drum.
That from season
Stranger Things season 3 was incredible.
Yeah.
Did you finish it yet? Oh my goodness, it's perfect.
We haven't had our TV hooked
Someone
up in months.
disconnected the TV.
Someone. Oh, who could that be?
Hey, we're almost done there. We're almost done. I've taped multiple times now. I've done 3 coats. I just finished the sanding tonight. There might be just 2 little spots I want to just put a little more tape on and sand it, but I'm going to be painting in the next week for sure.
For sure. You heard that, DOT community.
Well done, Tom.
Earlier, but I decided to do nothing yesterday except play this new game, and then today we went out on a bike ride and went to the gym and stuff. So
well, that bike ride wasn't as successful as it seems, but yes.
Well, it was just a rocky ride there, you know. That's all. Everything was fine. She just admitted I was right.
You weren't right.
Wait, we will decide it tonight on D's stream. We will.
So I still went down there. I put in like an hour worth of work, just enough. I just had to sand this chunk of ceiling that I had some tape on that wasn't dry the other day when I did the walls. So it's almost done. I mean,
Letting more house.
oh yeah, I'm letting them in.
You're letting them in.
Ow!
I don't know.
How is it my fault?
You're also letting flies
You're
in.
letting them into your shirt.
I killed like 20-something flies.
Okay, what does that have to do with me?
Tell them how good I am at that.
Oh, the best fly swatter ever. Let me tell
my
you.
God.
You got a fly to swat. She's your woman.
So Sethamapod and Fastcart just subbed. Even a few more are, I'm sure, on the way as well. Because if you don't check out D and Drum's channel, it is completely amazing. The weekly live streams get roughly about 400 to 500 views on the weekly, and it is easily seen by just checking it out yourself. But D and Drum do an amazing job, and everyone has a great time. Just so you know.
I actually got a message in game. Was it last week? Someone said they.
Why are you so mean to Drum?
No,
I was like, see.
They knew me from the streams, but he must have had a different name in YouTube because I didn't recognize the name at all. And he basically said that I was going to be his new girlfriend, and he wanted to know if I was a diva or a cougar.
I see. So what did you? How did you respond? How did you respond to that?
I respond.
I would just depends how old you.
I think I said, "Ha ha! I guess you're a fan of the streams. Thank you for." I don't know what I said. Something like "Thank you. I appreciate your support" or something like that.
Of course you did. You did the right thing.
Right.
See, John Wick 3 or D and Drum stream. I'll go D and Drum if they stream. Oh, you hear that? Kool-Aid will give up on going on John Wick 3.
I don't think I'm a cougar or a diva.
Oh, is that what you're worried about right now? You're not concerned about Kool-Aid tuning into your stream? I see.
I'm super, I can't even talk. Excited about that. Kool-Aid's been hitting my PP lands in Master.
Yeah.
So I am noticing.
But you're missing the entire deal here. I mean, choosing your stream over John Wick 3, that is high, praise coming from the mouth of a man.
I've never seen John Wick.
Keanu Reeves, man.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
How come we never saw it?
I don't know.
We never saw John Wick.
And
John
see,
Wick 1.
and see, it sounds
Perfect
like
movie.
Myself, Ice, and Vintage are all willing to join you on Discord, D, and just stay.
We're too obsessed with Lord of the Rings and Star Wars.
Well, that's fine too.
She's still strutting around the house naked right now. I don't know what she's doing.
Oh, well, really, Drum? Jeez, is that how the live stream is gonna be, huh?
Wow.
She's in the kitchen.
Talking about getting hit on, that she's a cougar or a diva.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
All right.
So, Drum, are you a Star Wars guy?
Yeah, I'm a fan of Star Wars, totally.
What was your thoughts on the new trailer?
Oh, the trailer? I don't know what's going to happen. I know there's a lot of hate, for Star Wars right now and what Disney's done with it, but I don't care, man. I still like them. I still watch them. I'll still go and see them. I thought
these last two have been okay. They've not been perfect. I mean, they're not 6, but they're watchable. I'm not walking away angry.
Yeah, totally, man. I just love the whole Star Wars scene. All that's great. Fantastic. They keep making movies. I'm going to keep watching them. I know, nobody watched the Han Solo movie. I thought a Han Solo movie was awesome.
I wasn't a big fan, gotta be honest with you.
Oh, thank God. Well.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Over.
As a very avid Star Wars watcher myself, the Solo movie to me, I mean, I was like, I watched it, and I have to say there were some parts where I was like, all right, this is Star Wars. But there were other parts, too, where I was kind of like, well, I don't know. Maybe it could have been done a little differently. But that was just my own personal opinion.
Han Solo was one of my favorite characters of all time. So I think, when I was looking back, my expectations were pretty high.
Well, it's because it's because of the Harrison Ford fans, and they want to see somebody that's going to be able to live up to that legend. So... But I got to do 2 Conquest battles, and then D and Drum are going to be ready to stream, as I continue to say that.
Perfect.
Right? Right, D?
She's in the other room.
She's in the other room getting changed because he was naked. Of course.
Now, Drum, I heard you talking about the Eddie Murphy special last week. Did you watch the new Chappelle yet?
I just saw some clips of it on YouTube. I don't have a TV set up, man. I can't watch anything.
You don't watch stuff on your phone?
What's that?
You don't watch stuff on your phone?
No. I watched some things on my iPad, some YouTube stuff, but
we watched Chef Ramsay at dinner time on an iPad.
yeah, that's where we're at.
That's all we're allowed to watch. Chef Ramsay.
Everything Dave Chappelle does is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious.
Yes, it is.
This was one of the most offensive, awesome specials of all time.
Okay, well then I'm definitely checking it out.
that thing.
I threw it on my list today,
He literally
so
pushes every envelope of the current culture.
Yeah, and that's what comedy is, though. That's you're not supposed to get offended. We're supposed to laugh at this stuff, and that's how we move past it.
Yeah, and he makes. I think everybody will walk away offended in some way, and it's perfect. Oh, you saw Vintage?
Yeah, dude. I'm so against this whole outrage culture we have these days. This Chappelle show was just the greatest spit in that face of that crap.
It was what we needed. Absolutely what we needed.
Yeah, so it's like nobody can say anything anymore. It's a thing.
Yeah.
well, that's another throwback to also, just in case anybody is a hardcore South Park fan, the PC principle, anything like that recognizes the fact that we are incredibly sensitive about absolutely everything. It can be quite eye-opening. So
that was the genius of South Park, though. They were ahead of the curve in every way. They saw it coming.
Of course. Because that's been going on for at least a good 4 or 5 years now since they introduced PC Principle to South Park. So
that the Mormon episode and the Scientology episode of South Park are incredible.
Dude, the Scientology one was just so epic.
Incredible.
I agree.
Absolutely incredible. And the amount of research did to make sure that it was truly accurate was just it was unparalleled.
And the songs that they would make.
Oh, so great.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, Brain says I don't like Chappelle's stand-up. He's kind of slow. But see, Brain, I remember this specifically, and not to blow up your scene or anything like that, but I remember you saying specifically that you were yourself a stand-up comedian at one point or another, or still do perform. So when it comes down to being critical of other stand-ups, is that just, is that...
Chappelle is the master.
I've always been. I was gonna say I've always been a fan of the Chappelle Show back in the day, and or any of his stand-up stuff he's done recently on Netflix.
No, yeah, I do a fair amount of public communication, and Chappelle is as good as it gets. His audience command is unparalleled. It's perfect. His whole ability to make a joke and laugh at himself and then disengage and re-engage, that is so difficult. No one would know how hard that is. He really is masterful.
He actually lived about 10 minutes from my hometown, Ohio.
Oh, really?
Oh, are you an Ohio guy?
Well, that's where I grew up. I live in Colorado now, but I was born and raised in Springfield, Ohio.
The weather in more stable, is that right?
Say again?
The weather in Colorado is a little bit more stable than Ohio.
Yeah, Colorado's weather is total chaos.
Oh, it is.
There was this whole thing, because and Chappelle to like a $50 million deal. I don't feel like doing the Chappelle Show anymore, and no one could believe it. He just hung out in Yellow Springs.
Wow.
There's a place called Young's Dairy, real close to there. It's like the local ice cream spot. Him at Young's Dairy and stuff. He's just hanging out.
Oh, you've seen him there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've actually talked to Dave Chappelle.
Come on, bro. That's a pretty good name. Like that.
Yeah, listen to Vintage dropping names like that here in the stream.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible.
He's just a chill dude, you know. The last thing he wants to talk about is, you know, comedy and shit like that, you know. So we just talked about local sports and stuff like that.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I heard he's chill, and I heard he smokes a lot of pot. That's kind of.
That's why he lives in Yellow Springs, Ohio. You know, obviously no one here lives in Ohio, but Yellow Springs is like the hippie town in Ohio.
So Brain says, nah, that judgment is reserved for professionals. I'm a noob at everything I do, so I can judge indiscriminately. I've seen all Chappelle's stand-up. He doesn't compare to Chris Rock, Louis C.K., Bill Burr, Kevin Hart. He's nowhere near on their level. Again, Chappelle's show was amazing. I'm assuming that's what you meant.
You can't put Chappelle 7 on the list of top 10. He's easily top 3 in any ranking of comedians.
But you didn't even list George Carlin in that list. Okay, I noticed that.
Oh, see, Drum had to chime in. Yeah, Drum chiming in.
Did he even say Eddie Murphy? I mean, man, come on.
No Eddie Murphy. You know, I gotta be honest. I am a Jim Gaffigan, guys.
Yeah, he's funny. I like him.
I think Gaffigan's incredible.
Too. I love Bill Burr. If you guys ever listen to Bill Burr, that guy.
Yeah, or watch.
I love his
unreal.
Yeah, or watch any of F is for Family, because that's a show designed by and co-written by Bill Burr.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. He's the father, and also helps write the show. A lot of it is supposedly things that happened in his own life growing up. So,
I think Fast Cart and I are probably roughly the same age. He's talking about Eddie Murphy Raw and so forth. Dude, him and like Richard Pryor, those were the first comedians that I just was nuts for. And here's a blast from the past. Sam Kinison. Oh, freaking funny.
He was past my time, but I've seen some stuff on YouTube.
His scream. Ah! Ah! Can't do it.
He was so funny. Then you got the kind of the off the wall type of guys that they're just unique, like Stephen Wright. Oh,
Andrew Dice Clay. Hickory Dickory Dock.
All right.
You guys are a little bit older than I sounds like. There's no doubt.
So I regenerated at least enough portal stones to do one more quick battle, but that's it. And then D and Drum are going to take over. Is that right? We're all set?
She's here. You got to talk to her.
All right. Are you all set?
Told him I was naked.
No, I never said that.
No. He covers you. He makes sure to make sure.
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin, Late Night King. Oh my gosh. What an incredible. Good to see you. Wow. For many in the stream that don't know who Late Night King is, Shooter McGavin played the game from the global launch up until probably a good, I want to say like 4 to 6 months ago, because it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen anything from Shooter McGavin, the Late Night King, who is a free-to-play player. Yeah, see, King Josh. Of course, King Josh has to... Yeah, King Josh is like, wow, Shooter. Yeah, exactly. It's very long time since we've seen the Late Night King. He used to stream a lot during the nighttime for DOT.
Did you just finish all of this?
What? No, that wasn't me.
This was leftover tomorrow. Ate them all?
DOT Domestic kicking in. Go ahead, Vintage.
No, D, I got a message. It's from your conscience. It's saying, do it. Do it.
See?
It's what?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Jedi.
All right, this is the final battle, D.
D, you hopping on or what? My kids to bed and I want to hop on.
Yeah, see?
D, by you streaming, we'll grind more, which makes NTG better.
Wait, so if I stream, you're not going to put your kids to bed?
No, I'm going to put them to bed quickly. No, yeah, they're just going to be running around rampant like banshees.
Yeah.
Eating sugar by the handful like pixie sticks.
Yes, Late Night King. He says one day I will return. See, this is like straight up like, you know, exactly what the Late Night King would say. One day I will return. But glad to see the same crew still here. Thank you, Shooter. Good to see you.
We'll be here, Shooter. We're looking forward to the return.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. All
Put
right.
my kids to bed, get some scotch out, and listen to D and Drum. Domestic.
Yeah, DOT Domestic. Exactly.
I really have nothing else to talk about. We basically
but you have everything to talk about, and the people that are listen. You have to understand. Not everybody that soon as you go live, there'll be people that get notified that are not in this stream right now. So your stream will be double the strength that mine is. I guarantee it.
I doubt it.
Do you? No, you doubt it. You doubt it. You want to bet me? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and live stream.
Oh, here we go.
Go ahead and live stream,
That's
D.
interesting.
Go ahead and live stream. Show me that I'm wrong.
What do I get if I win?
More VP out of Zalon.
Yeah, more VP. More VP out of Zalon. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
See, the deal is...
She's like, meh.
You got to propose your case, and because it's your stream, you have the ability to help command the jury.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and there's a sequel to all these stories. It's called The Reconciliation, and that can happen toward the end of the stream.
The reconciliation. I like it. I agree.
I don't think we could tell them what we were fighting about.
Bring people together.
Yes. Come on, guys.
UNT's about unity.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
I think people will side with me.
UNITY, that's a unity.
See? That's why you need the stream.
Oh, but we could go that route, too. We can have people in chat vote who wins the argument.
I think it's got to happen. I think a vote is totally necessary.
Yes.
By likes and dislikes.
All right, well, is Drum going to let me say my piece, though? Or is he going to say his thing, and then I start to talk, and he's like, this conversation is over?
Yeah,
it's your stream.
It's your stream, D. So you have to, you can do what you want.
I'll have a fair chance to speak then.
Just throwing down threats, even. You better be streaming.
What's he saying?
Save Hammer.
Oh, see, Extinction's gonna shave Hammer.
Don't go capping her PP. Don't.
Yeah, don't cap. Yes, DOT domestic vote. Yeah, Shy says definitely DOT domestic. So they want it. The people want it. They've been saying it all night. Even people that aren't in the stream right now will come back just because you're live. So, like I said, it'll be 30 plus, and just do it, D. Because I'm wrapping up. I'm not buying any more portal stones. I want to go eat my sandwich.
Did you see this? Look.
What? What is that? Oh, that's dope.
Wasn't that Neato Badito?
That came with it?
No, I bought it. Well, it was one of my samples.
Are you noodling?
Got a 4-star mount.
Do you guys hear all this noodling? What's going on there, D?
So for my job, I do like conferences and stuff, and so I'm in charge of finding like promo items and giveaways that are interesting to like entice people to come to my booth. And so I think of things and I see ideas, and I found a couple. I get samples of things and I bring them home, and Drum gets to test them. And I was showing him one of my latest test sample items, which is like a little like 29-cent piece of plastic that sticks on your laptop or your webcam cover on your laptop, because there's a built-in camera, and it slides.
It's a slider, so you can slide it in front of the camera, slide it open, and the camera, you have access to the camera.
They don't think it's cool.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I just was making sure you were done explaining. That's all.
So it's like a privacy slider deal.
Yeah. But it's like the cheapest thing ever. I think it's called webcam cover or something. If you like Google,
you can see they're also very creative with their names.
if you Google like webcam cover promo item, it will come up, and it's literally like a tiny little piece of plastic with like a little.
What are you doing, Edward Snowden conference?
What?
You doing Edward Snowden conference?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know Edward Snowden?
Who is that?
You don't know who Edward Snowden is?
No. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Who is that?
So you're giving away this contraption, but I mean, doesn't a piece of electrical tape do the job?
That's what I had on my last laptop, but Drum lost the black electrical tape, so I had to use orange. You did. Well, where is it? You don't put your tools away. So I had to use the orange electrical tape. I had to use the orange electrical tape.
Say that's for the live stream.
Yeah, save it for your live stream. Save it for your live stream.
No, I used the Sharpie. I used the orange and black.
Everyone here.
We're going to have a full webcam cover conversation. Stream D. Everybody's riveted by this.
Yes.
Oh, Drum can tell you how he ruined our walk. There you go. Go ahead.
No, not it's for your live stream.
It's for your live stream. All right. I only.
I don't want to live stream.
Me. You heard it, everyone? I heard it.
D, it's for the community.
Yes.
It's for the greater good.
Yes. For the greater good. If everybody ever watched Hot Fuzz. The greater good. Yes. See, I got a 3-star XP relic just because you guys are about ready to stream. Come on, D. I'm going to have to name this stream Hoping D will stream after me.
I'm getting tired. Okay.
You're getting tired? Oh, come on.
I'm exhausted. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well, it's because you're noodling. So the longer you noodle...
D, give us an hour. Give us an hour.
An hour, D, is all they want. And I just need... I need a break. I started at 6 o'clock.
We've been grinding for a long time.
Yeah, see?
Triple battle drops, baby.
Yeah, Drum.
Yeah.
Triple battle drops, baby. What is it saying? It's saying, yeah, I'm in the 4th hour already. Gotta give me a break.
Has it been 4 hours?
We're in the 4th hour.
You had an early appearance from Vintage. He didn't even come to 3. He came like hour 1.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
First hour.
Yeah, I know. And that's to get the, full experience, Well, and there also was a good amount, and I have to thank you, Vintage. Well, it's a Saturday, too, so hopefully you weren't working. But, what's it called? Also with all the people available possibly in Great Britain or Europe, it still was probably around 10, 11, or 12 o'clock at their time when I started streaming. So, but it's Saturday night. Is it me, or do we need Bo to host Saturday Night Domestics with D and Drum? Oh, I don't know. If anything, I think D and Drum can do it by themselves, but having anybody else on Discord is also a great time. I agree.
Oh, we got Extinction in the clan on the other game now too.
Oh, there you go.
We're growing.
Can you drop a link in band Drum so we can hop on for raid? Shadow Legends.
I posted a pic of the clan on there.
Do you want me to put
Awesome.
There's only a couple spots left. I
Do
think.
you want me to put
I mean, if there's enough people that I know that play, then I'll just make my own clan. And we
You want
do it
me
that
to
way.
push-
Yeah, I'll hop in, Drum. I'll play this week.
Let me see.
Do you want me to push your
After
game invite
Conquest.
to the YouTube stream?
What?
Your game invite? This one? Yeah, this one that you sent me.
I just posted a picture of the name of the.
Oh, but this is an invite to the game.
Is it?
Yeah, you sent it to me. It says get raid here.
Oh.
It's your install link.
Yeah, it didn't really work though.
Oh wait, I just.
All right, do you live yet?
No, I'll get notification shortly.
He's noodling.
I posted it. That's the link to the game.
Mm-hmm.
What we care about right now is the link to your live stream.
Yes.
All right, I set up the track. I set it up.
Thank you, Ice, for continuing my the motivation that she needs.
No, I'm with you. I will end up not grinding if the stream's not happening.
Oh, you hear that? Oh, D. And now the community really needs you.
These kids are gonna get to stay up late tonight.
No, I'm gonna go put them to bed, and then we're gonna grind. We're gonna grind till the wee hours.
Wee hours. And Drum only needs to commit for the first 30 to 45 minutes, and then we're good. Then Drum's good. Well, full hour is fine too, but if he can't make it the full hour, it's fine. D's able to hold out the rest of the stream if need be. But I'm sure it's gonna get heated enough that it'll keep Drum interested.
I can't wait to tell them about the argument because
Yo, I can't wait either. I can't wait either. Come on now. You can't keep us.
You're gonna agree with me.
You're gonna. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we agree with you or not.
I was right. I was totally right.
Hey, Vintage, you still there?
Yeah.
You gotta make sure to keep this thing civil while Zalon and I are off for a bit.
Zalon's
see what I can do.
Thank you, Churro. You as well.
Alright, we've now moved to the live streaming area.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well done, D. Well done. The community thanks you.
The community appreciates it.
You've twisted my arm.
Oh, we have?
You as tribute.
Oh, it really took...
tribute.
Wow.
All right, Zalon, you got it to level 7.
Yeah, I know. Man. Still going.
Well done.
Still going.
Did you finish already?
5-star?
The Conquest.
Oh, no, I'm more to do on level 8, and then I want to finish level 9 tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to pull it off.
Have you used all your warp tokens yet, or are you saving those?
So what I'm doing is finish totally free to play. But then I'm gonna use my saved up warp tokens, getting echo things.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what you guys pull, because I think Jim's going for like 10.
Yeah, he said he wanted to do 10. That's a spicy meatball. I don't know if he can pull all that off.
That's a lot of work.
Right? I'm gonna be happy if I get 1. Because I'd like to complete it and get 1 and at least give it a shot and just see if I can grab something decent. But I'm gonna complete 5 tonight, because I'm gonna get a few more warp stones here very shortly, I'm sure of it. I'll complete 5 tonight, maybe even 6, and then do the rest tomorrow. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I got 9 warp tokens saved. I'm not sure if I want to use them yet. I'm saving them for a Titan I may want, but knowing the rate of Conquest, I don't see any Titans coming down the pipeline.
Well, I see myself possibly using 3 or 4 warp tokens in this event just to get myself through some of the heavier later levels, and that would be tomorrow. But I'm going to, of course, like I said, I've been saving my warp stones as well, so to give me the little bit of an extra boost tomorrow from the milestones.
Nice. All right, my headset's about to die. I'll hop on with D's stream in a little bit. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah. All right, Ice. Thank you for joining. You almost ready there, D?
I'm almost ready.
All right. Extinction says, so far I've only used 4K gems grinding. That's nice, Extinction. Typically, I'm just trying to use enough gems that... I don't stop grinding, but at the same time, depending on exactly how my weekend's rolling. And this weekend, of course, I have quite the availability. So, I'm going to grind as much as I can and hope to get in that 4K range for the rank rewards and get that 4K at the end. And also, along with season rewards and daily rewards, my gem count will be exactly the way it was when I started the event. And I'll still be doing pretty well in the... and hopefully grab at least 1 echo. So.
Yeah. This is the most economical way to just do everything.
Exactly. I did have some saved up portal stones from last weekend's event. Specifically planned ahead for that as well. Because as long as they keep giving this 2-week window on knowing exactly what's coming ahead, I believe we can make a lot more better decisions on exactly how we plan our events and or exactly our grinds using our gems.
I totally agree with that.
You know,
that's something I've always wanted, is just the ability to plan.
Exactly. So I have no
quest, because because it takes about 1,000 battles to finish Conquest. Just straight grind.
Mm-hmm.
That's a chunk of time.
Most definitely.
Extinction. I'm about in the same neighborhood. I'm a little shy of 4K gems, but I'll cross 4K gems by the time get into plinth 9. About 6,000 gems. But then, like Zalan was saying, if you back out the gems you get from the event, the gems you get from your dailies, the gem you get from the weekly reward, man, it's pretty much a wash. It's almost a free event. It just costs you the time.
Exactly. All right, I'm using Portal Stone relics here. It's all right, but are we good to go, D? I need to use.
Yep.
I need to use them
Yes.
anyway. All right, just making sure you're still on track.
I'm going now.
Oh, are you? Yeah. In a sec.
I'll probably stick around. But as I learned a new term tonight, I'm going to eat a wedge. And go around on your stream, all right?
Oh, there it is. 3-star battle, a 3-star Titan drop. Sardu. Not bad.
Yeah, buddy.
How do I switch you to?
Zalon, I don't know what your opinion will be toward the end of this. So far, I seem to have gotten a lot of Titan XP drops.
Okay. Well, I've gotten a bunch of 2-stars. I've only seen a few 3-stars that have dropped during at least this stream.
You got 2 3-stars that I saw for sure just on the stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought I saw more than one as well, but like I said, I've gotten at least a handful of 2-stars that I was throwing on the Minotaur there for a little bit, but I just left Zeus out here just because I will be going back in for some more Conquest battles soon, and he's still not maxed, so there's a 2-star right there. And I'm going to be putting them all into Minotaur.
Look at all that Titan XP. A 1-star Titan, a 2-star Titan, and a 2-star Titan XP. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Not bad at all. And yes, I will go back through again, and pretty much all my level 1-stars, pretty much periodically throughout the Conquest. I do dump a bunch of them, and it is more about using the food than it is about making space in my inventory. But for Titans, but it's not a big deal doing it outside of Fusion, just because the 1-stars don't make as much of a impact as the 2s and the 3s when they're pre-leveled. So it is just something to do just to make sure that I'm still leveling up a decent amount of low-level Titans, 4-stars specifically, that I'm working on.
I just use everything during Conquest.
Well, the reason why too, I'm always, and I've mentioned it before on the stream, is I'm always constantly trying to keep my food underneath. And you've seen it if you are watching the stream. I do like to raid for actual food instead of just always being maxed. Yeah, occasionally I might not notice while I'm streaming. Oh, I'm maxed, and I might hit a few battles, but then I just go back to the relic forging screen. I'm like, oh, back to doing the, just to get it down a little bit. And even while streaming, I'm using some of my 1-stars on the 5-star, and that's just strictly to use food. So.
Yeah, I do that too. It's like I use spells when I don't need to use spells, really.
Oh, yeah. Use gold, and with the new with the new update of 1.1.3.4, we're gonna see the land refresh turn to gold, which will be nice. Now I do hope that they take a few more of the ideas that the community has instilled with the SPP players during that last conference call that the SPPs had with the devs, and make a few more gold sinks, because yes, at making that, gold refresh be a gold sink for the level 25 players, or castle 25 players, I should say, they need a few more gold sinks. They still do. I mean, that isn't the quote-unquote solution for the castle 25 players. I don't think.
Yeah, well, all they have to do is choose either Titan Fusion or Relic Forging. Pick one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And those use gold. Pick one.
Oberon Zod says, hey, thanks for streaming, Zalon. My college teams are stinking up the field, so thanks. I agree. Well, I don't agree, but I appreciate it, Oberon, that you're enjoying the streams, because making time for the community is always a lot of fun. Oh, Dee's live. Is she?
All right, I'm live.
All right, cool. All right, everyone in the stream, if you just scroll up just a wee bit, there is a link to Dee's channel. We are definitely going to go hop over with her. I'm going to continue my grind on the Conquest and still be on Discord as well while I have a sandwich.
Should we stay here?
We could stay right in here. That's totally fine.
Can you repost this Discord link for me?
What? What, in my chat?
I don't know. Do you want me to stay here, or do you want me to move? Are you kicking me out?
No. I'm not kicking you out. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. All right, I'm not kicking you out.
Oh, can you post it in yours and mine? Or how about mine?
I can post it in yours when I'm over in yours. But yes, all right, DOT community. Okay. So we are going to be closing down the stream.
Did you miss me? I did a Zalon impersonation.
Oh, did you? Yes, I did miss it. All right. So
you want me to do it over for you? I'll do it for you.
All right, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Hello, DOT community. This is the drum coming at ya.
Very good. Very good. All right, DOT.
That was excellent.
That was excellent. Yes, it was good.
I was practicing on the bike trail.
Oh, you were practicing on the bike trail. Oh, man. I'm incredibly flattered. All right, DOT community. We're all going to head over to D's stream because I need a break, and it's going to be a great time. So I hope to see you all over there. And I will talk to you all again. And I do have to thank... Wait, hold on. I do have to thank Corey and... We will talk to you all again very soon. Have a good one, everybody.